Hello, Fightin' Phils fans, and we are back here at First Energy Stadium, Game 5 of 6 here at Saturday night at the ballpark. We're so excited to have you back after the Fightin' Phils notched their first win of the season last night. They played as Los Luchadores de Reading against the Erie Piñatas to take on those two teams during the Copa de la Diversión game that minor league baseball has started to honor the culture and all the contribution that Hispanic and Latino communities have contributed. The final score in last night's game, 8-4, as we saw the bats come alive here for the Fightin' Phils, and we did see another solo home run off of the bat of Luke Miller. We also saw our first stolen bases with McCarthy Tatum, and Matt Vierling had 2 last night. So nice to see the first win of 2020 and just check that off the list. We have a very special matchup on the mound tonight. I know a lot of fans are excited to see Mark Appel take the mound for the R Phils this evening. He is so excited as well. He might be more excited than some of these fans to be back in the game of baseball. If you know anything about his story, he was drafted in the first round by the Houston Astros in 2013. He was the first pick of the draft, too. So first round, first pick, pretty special. Spent a couple years in the minor leagues, and then he was traded around a little bit, came over to Philadelphia where he spent the final years of his career. So he went from Houston to Philadelphia. He spent time in Lehigh Valley, both in 2016 and 2017. And then in 2017, he chose to retire. He just thought he was done with the game of baseball over the holidays. He said he really thought about it, took some time to make this decision because obviously it's a big one, and just came to the determination that he was done with the game. And then he spent a couple years off, and he was trying to come back for 2020, he thought. But once the pandemic hit, he decided to wait a little bit longer. He was teaching lessons, and he just rediscovered his love for the game and why he wanted to play, and he decided to get back into it. So he called the Phillies, and they said, well, if you think you're ready, you can come and work out for us, and we'll give you a shot. And now here he is in Reading, Pennsylvania, to get things going. 2021, it's been since 2017 since he pitched in a game in the minor leagues. So pretty exciting debut for Mark Appel. And he said that he cannot wait. He just feels like a kid again who's out here to play some baseball and get things done for his team. So I look forward to seeing Appel out there on the mound. And for the Erie SeaWolves tonight, Ricardo Pinto, 27 years old, out of Venezuela. He did pitch for Philadelphia before. He also pitched in the Tampa Bay organization. But it's going to be some pretty exciting baseball here tonight. Can't wait to see how it is going to flesh out. 2019 stats for Pinto. He played in both AA and AAA and a couple games, 2 games in the majors for Tampa. Pretty high ERA when he pitched in the majors, but ERA mainly in his career hovering somewhere around 4.13, it looks like. So that will be an interesting matchup. 2 older guys going head-to-head, 27-year-old Pinto and 29-year-old Mark Appel. Going over the rest of the Fightin's lineup looks pretty similar to yesterday. Gamboa at short, Guthrie over at second, Vierling, and then the cleanup hitter is Josh Stephen. MacArthur Tatum, Rodolfo Duran, Madison Stokes, Colby Fitch as the designated hitter, and in that number 9 spot continues to be Luke Miller. And for the Erie SeaWolves, leading it off for game number 4 is Green, who we've seen in that leadoff spot the entire stint of this season. Ryan Kreidler, Jacob Robson, Drew Ward, Josh Lester. Yariel Gonzalez is back today after getting a night off. Juan Centino, Dylan Rosa, and Josh Valente. And they've got a few changes in the Erie SeaWolves, no one we haven't seen before, as I think everyone for both teams has been off the bench now. But it is a pretty exciting matchup here in Reading. The sun is peeking through the clouds, but it is colder today. There was a half tarp roll earlier when it started to rain, but clearer skies now. Doesn't seem like there's any more on the forecast, but the lights are coming on here at First Energy Stadium as it is a little bit cloudy. That's blocking the sun, making things a little bit darker here, and we do have a serious wind coming from left to right field. That flag out in center is blowing pretty stiffly right now, but we've had that the past few games and it has lessened over the course of the evening, so we'll see if that happens again. But it is a beautiful day here at First Energy Stadium, and we're going to get Game 5 up and coming shortly. We've got about 10 minutes till first pitch. We're going to take a short break here, and then we'll be back with some more information about tonight's contest.
The Blue Marsh Insurance Foul Porch is an exclusive group experience. Located in our left field corner, groups of 20 to 30 people are treated to 2.5 hours of all-you-can-eat buffet and drinks, and a festive atmosphere with a bird's-eye view for the visiting bullpen. Regular game tickets are $31 per person for groups of 20 or more. Call us today at 610-370-BALL to reserve a spot for your group. When the Red and Fightin' Phils get hungry, we turn to our team feed partners. Special thanks to Wyomissing's Family Restaurant Bakery, PJ Willahan's Pub and Restaurant, Collegeville Italian Bakery Pizzeria Napolitana, Jimmy G's Railroad House, Mimo's Italian Restaurant and Pizzeria, and Klingers on Carsonia for making sure the Fightin' Phils front office is never hungry on game day. Our staff enjoys delicious meals from our team feed partners, but don't take our word for it. Find out for yourself today. The Helping Company is a proud naming rights sponsor for the Hall of Famer Stadium area at First Energy Stadium, and a presenting naming sponsor of 5 firework nights this season. The Helping Company is a locally owned family business with over 20 years of experience, offering free roof inspections and storm damage repairs, plus so much more. Give them a call today at 610-234-2210 for your roofing needs, or visit their website 24/7 at thcexteriors.com. The Helping Company, your local roofing specialist.
Get ready to rock and roll here at First Energy Stadium. Big matchup coming up, Game 5 of 6. The Phils are 1-3 so far on the season, but we see a lot of great potential in them as we get ready for today's contest. Tonight's Fan Zone team leaders are brought to you by North Point Bank, Joanna Arias. Here are the leaders in each hitting and pitching category. Leading in batting average, Josh Stephen, batting .500. And Luke Miller has 2 home runs on the season, the most of any Fightin' Phil. Leading in RBIs is Daniel Brito. He has 4. And, of course, leading in hits is our guy, Matt Bierling, with 5. Now on to the pitching statistics. We'll get you some of those. Tyler Carr is the only one left with a 0.00 ERA as Ethan Avanko was transferred to Lehigh Valley today. That was the only roster move the Fightin' Phils made today. Leading in strikeouts is Austin Ross as he came in for relief the other night looking absolutely stellar. And Jacob Hernandez has received the win from last night, so he is 1-0 on the season. Pretty exciting for Hernandez. Those are the Fightin' Phil's Fan Zone team leaders, brought to you by North Point Bank, Joanna Arias. Looking to buy or refinance a home? Look no further than Joanna Arias. Joanna Arias at North Point Bank strives to bring value to customers by offering client-focused financial products and services. Contact Joanna today at 484-554 or at North Point Bank, conveniently located at 1105 Berkshire Boulevard, Suite 380 in Wyomissing. Thank you to our official Fan Zone team leaders partner, North Point Bank, Joanna Arias. Fightin' Phils are finishing their warm-ups, and we are finishing the meeting at the managers and the umpires in the home plate boxes. We've got today Emil Jimenez over at third, Kelvis Velez at first base, and the crew chief tonight behind the plate, Steve Jasinski. Called a pretty clean game, the second game of this series, so excited to see him back behind the plate tonight. Our Phils dressed in those home pinstripe jerseys, the white with red stripes down them. They've got the red cleats, red socks, and red Fightin's hats. And the Erie SeaWolves are back in their road uniforms, road gray pants, and they've got yellow jerseys. They went back to the black hats tonight. And Mark Appel is taking his final throws on the mound before his start this afternoon. I know a lot of people are excited about that. I am too. I've been told he's been really working on his stuff, working to get back. And when he had came back to the Phillies, he was already in shape. So he showed up ready to rock and roll at spring training. And the Fightin' Phils heading in to the dugout. This afternoon, relievers are over on the bullpen, and fans are taking their seats for baseball here at First Energy Stadium. Lots of fans in the ballpark tonight, ready for some action. Lots of scouts in the stand as well. You can see them from up here, and our group area is pretty full tonight. See a lot of people over on our left field porch and pub area. Our 67 club is filled tonight, and you'll never believe it unless you see it for yourself. The pool is absolutely filled tonight. Lots of kids over there. Now, the pool is heated, and there are 2 hot tubs over there, so it might actually be warmer in the pool than it is on the air tonight, as the wind is blowing pretty hard and the sun is kind of covered up a little bit here. And we're getting close to starting tonight's contest. Got a couple of league leaders going on today here at the ballpark. Erie SeaWolves, 8 home runs total this season, which leads the Northeast League, as well as Yariel Gonzalez and Riley Green. They are tied for RBIs. And Rodolfo Duran playing well behind the plate, and he has doing pretty well. We got 2 stolen bases from Matt Vierling last night. His 5 hits are the most of the team. And leading the league in walks is Archimedes Gamboa with 7, which is pretty impressive to see his patience at the plate grow a lot. I've been told that they like what they see from Gamboa, and they were impressed at the strides that he made during the offseason. He's grown a lot. So this is going to be a good game here tonight. I'm pretty excited for it. Lots of great history on May 8th here in Baseball Town. Pretty exciting stuff that happened last May 8th. Reading completed a 3-game sweep of Harrisburg, and they outscored the Senators 35-16 in the series, pounding at 43 hits in the series. Wouldn't you love to see 43 hits this season? I know I would. As the Fightin' Phils are taking the field, and the Erie SeaWolves coming out of the dugout for the national anthem. As things start to wind down here and getting ready for first pitch, I'm going to hop off the air so you all can hear the national anthem.
The Seidel Auto Group Deck Picnic appeals to both diehard and casual fans with a summer picnic-like and fun tailgate atmosphere. During your picnic, you may even catch a souvenir, as the area is situated directly in prime home run territory behind the left field wall. Regular game tickets are $29 per person for groups of 20 or more, and children 4 and under are free. Visit Fightins.com/groups or call 610-370-BALL to reserve your group outing today.
Enjoy the ultimate season ticket package with the Riverfront Federal Credit Union VIP Club season membership. Benefits of the VIP Club include a padded seat bottom and back, exclusive entrance which opens 10 minutes early with immediate access to your seats, special tickets with your name and a voucher for a hot dog, soda, and a bag of chips at each game, plus 2 VIP Club pregame cocktail parties each season. What are you waiting for? Join the Riverfront Federal Credit Union Fightin' Phils Season Ticket VIP Club membership today.
Be the first to know everything about your Red and Fightin' Phils by signing up for the Baseball Town Insider email newsletter. Once you become a Baseball Town Insider, you will receive breaking news about Fightin's promotions, including giveaways and guest appearances, special events, exclusive offers, and discounts on tickets and merchandise, just for being a Baseball Town Insider. Visit Fightins.com to sign up for this free email newsletter. The Baseball Town Insider. Stay in the loop and become a member today.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's the Wild.
As the national anthem comes to a close and the fireworks shoot off from center field, we are getting ready for the first pitch here of Game 5 at First Energy Stadium between the Erie SeaWolves and your Reading Fightin' Phils. Mark Appel takes the mound for the Fightins. He is 6'5", 220, the right-handed pitcher. Has played in minor league baseball for 6 years. He's 29 years old, and the Phillies got him from Houston on December of 2015. If you didn't catch before, Appel was the #1 pick in the first round back in 2013. And he took some time off from baseball after 2017, but he is back and ready to go as he makes his debut for the 2020 season and 2021 season, and his debut in Reading tonight. We have the play ball kid who is ready to rock and roll, and now with Appel taking his final warm-up throws on the mound, let's get set here in Reading. Now, I was telling you earlier a little bit about some of the exciting things that happened on this day in baseball town history. I talked about one where Reading got 43 hits in 3 games, but I think these are a little bit cooler. So, in this day, May 8th, 1955, Roger Maris made his baseball town debut. He put a bunt single down in his first at-bat. He also added a double and a triple and scored 2 runs. Pretty exciting that Roger Maris played in Reading, one of our big claim to fames. And we will get back to some more of those fun facts on this day in Reading. But now it is time for Fightin' Phils baseball as Mark Appel squats for a second to regain composure behind the mound as he is taking a couple minutes to get himself ready for game action the first time since 2017. Here's the first pitch to Green. It comes inside, almost knocks Green out of the box, but first pitch is a ball as the first pitch comes in at 6:47 p.m. The temperature here, 52 degrees in Reading, and about 14 miles an hour moving from left to right. The count now 2-0 to Riley Green, who had a tough night last night, a couple of strikeouts. Actually struck out 3 times. As Appel gets the first strike of his outing here, and the count now 2-1. He sets up, kicks, fires inside again, and 3-1. Appel was drafted actually 3 times, twice in the first 10 picks before he decided to sign with Houston as he gets Green to chop one up to short. Gamboa onto Miller. It's an out. Mark Appel is pumped. He never seen someone so excited for one out, but now that he's got one under his belt, he can get into things really as Kreidler coming up to take some cuts. So he was drafted 3 times, twice in the first 10 picks, but was just not ready to sign with a major league team as he was playing for Stanford at the time. And finally in 2013, he was chosen as what they called, and I'm quoting here, as risk-free pitcher as you could ever choose. And although that didn't quite pan out the way that Appel probably hoped it did, he is back now, and he seems just more excited, happier to be here, and better than ever here for the Fightin' Phils. And we're so happy to host him here in Reading. Dylan Kreider at the plate. He's had 5 hits so far in 4 games. Been pretty consistent force for Erie as he's batted second in every single game so far. And the count now 1-2 as Appel working smoothly here to Kreidler. Swing and a miss, and Appel recording his first strikeout as he gets Kreidler to chase one low in the zone. And now Jacob Robson, who's been a star the past 2 games. I feel like he's really shown in the recent future. He has 6 hits so far and 4 RBIs. So one of the higher RBI guys for Erie here. A couple of guys have 4, a couple of guys have 6. So they have scored a lot of runs, as you have heard in this contest. The first game 12-4 Erie, then 14-2. And Fightin' Phils sticking it. Last night 8-4. Switch the runs as Robson fouls one up the first baseline, making the count 1-1. Appel was a Futures game selection in 2015, and he actually played in Reading 1 game. There was a game, Phillies versus, prospects, when he was here with his prospect team when he was younger in the minor leagues. He also spent some time pitching in Lehigh Valley in 2016 and 2017 as the 2-1 comes in. And Robson going for a bunt there, but the pitch is a ball. So the count now 2-2. And home plate umpire Jasinski seems a little bit confused, lost at where the ball went. He was looking all around and it was just right under his foot. But now we are ready, back in action as Duran jogged out there real quick just to talk with Appel. The big shift is on for the Fightins as they have been doing for their lefty batters. Here's the 2-2 from Appel, drives it into right field, but Josh Stephen sticks his glove up and makes an out as, oh, excuse me, that bounced in front of Josh Stephen. I didn't even see that bounce there with the window pane in the way. So Robson will reach. So that did bounce in front of Josh Stephen. He was unable to get to it in time. And that will put Robson on first, the first hit of the night for both teams. And Drew Ward, the cleanup hitter, is out. The designated hitter this afternoon, .250 batting average with 3 hits, but hasn't crossed the plate. And Appel will choose to go back to Robson over on first. Our Phils still have that shift on with Gamboa shaded right of second base. Wind blowing strong here at First Energy Stadium, a hitter's park for those lefty batters. As the count is 1-0 as Appel chooses to go home. Kicks, fires a chopper up. Does Miller have it? No, it's going to be Guthrie who picks it up behind him at second base. Great coverage there by Mark Appel to run down the line at first and retire Drew Ward. So put that in your books as 4-1 as Guthrie got the ball and Appel covered. 1 hit there for Erie, no runs, no errors, and 1 left on base. We're going to take a short break as we head in for some Fightins offense.
Reading Fightin' Phil's birthday party package is the best way to celebrate a birthday. Whether you are a young or an adult, there is no better birthday than a Fightin's birthday. The Fightin's Fan Birthday Package is customizable for fans of any age and starts at just $120. Base packages include 10 general admissions tickets to a Fightin's home game, an autographed baseball, and a VIP reserved parking spot. Fans can also add a wide variety of experiences and options to make sure your favorite Fightin's fan's birthday is a grand slam.
Customers Bank is a proud continued partner of the United Way of Berks County and the Ready, Set, Read initiative. Ready, Set, Read programs focus on improving literacy skills for children from birth through 3rd grade. The Fundamentals of Reading are a community-wide initiative that bring together schools, businesses, organizations, and individuals throughout our area to improve early grade reading success. Customers Bank and the United Way of Berks County are committed to reading success and urge you and your business to support this worthwhile initiative. For more information on Ready, Set, Read and how you can become involved, please visit readysetreadberks.org. And thank you, Customers Bank, for your continued support. Started in here at First Energy Stadium. Appel gave up 1 hit, but no runs in the top of the first inning. And now we're in the bottom half where the Fightins look to get some offense. Yesterday they scored 3 runs, if you're here with me, in the bottom of the first. So they look to get on board again first. In the first couple games, they had trouble scoring early, and a lot of their runs came in the middle or the back half of the game. But yesterday, when they were able to score early, they were able to get out the gate and stick to it. So hopeful to see that today as Gamboa swings on the first pitch, pops it up, foul, camping under it. Centeno makes the catch in foul territory. We have seen, I was going to say it, he didn't even give me time, Gamboa swinging early and often. He doesn't really wait a lot of pitches. And although he does get on base quite a lot with these 7 walks we've seen this season, he doesn't give Guthrie any pitches to look at all. So Guthrie's going to have to be that guy for the rest of the team as Gamboa out on a pop fly to the catcher in foul territory. And now Guthrie heading in. Here's the pitch. It's on the outside corner for a strike. Ricardo Pinto working very, very quickly here. As I said before, he is 27 years old, out of Venezuela. Nickname on the website says Pinto Bean. I like that for him. He has had some experience playing with Philadelphia. He did play in the MLB with Philadelphia. A couple games, actually, 25 games he pitched with the Phillies as Guthrie sends one up to third, fielding it Gonzalez over to first, and it's a good throw. 5-3 there on that one, and quickly 2 outs for the Fightin' Phils as Matt Vierling, the Phils' #1 hitter right now, batting .357, 5 hits, 2 doubles, and 1 RBI. Vierling has been the most consistent hitter in the lineup. The past 2 games he was batting in the cleanup spot, but with the addition of Josh Stevens, he has moved up to the 3rd spot. And Pinto calling time as Guthrie now stepping back into the batter's box. Fans are loud here at First Energy Stadium as they are excited. Besides Philadelphia, Pinto also appeared with Tampa Bay in 2019, where he worked a scoreless 9th inning in an 8-2 win for the Rays against Cleveland, and he actually got Francisco Lindor out. So that is a pretty tough guy to get out as Guthrie sends one into deep center field, but there is Green to make the catch over his shoulder, and a quick 1-2-3 inning. Down go the Fightin' Phils as we head into the top of the second. The score is tied at 0.
gear up for the Fightin' Phils season. Visit the Brentwood Industries Fightin' Phils team store at First Energy Stadium or check out our online store 24 hours a day, 7 days a week at rphils.com/shop. We have a wide variety of Fightin' Phils hats, t-shirts, kids apparel, and more. Looking for something new? Check out our latest selection of Los Luchadores de Reading and Reading hot dog gear, plus throwback black R-Trains R-Phils attire. Root for your Fightin's in style. Stop by the Brentwood Industries Fightin's team store or rphils.com/shop.
The Reading Fightin' Phils, in conjunction with Savage 61 Fiesta Fridays, are proud to partner with the eXp Realty Group throughout the 2021 season. Visit their convenient website at brgpa.com. The custom search bar makes house hunting online easier than ever, and their talented team of agents is here to answer all your questions. Call them today at 610-926-8610. eXp Realty Group is a proud partner of the Reading Fightin' Phils at all 7 Savage 61 Fiesta Friday games during the 2021 season. eXp Realty Group, where every move matters.
Savage Auto Groups is a proud sponsor of the Reading Fightin' Phils. Our large inventory and wide selection of models, along with competitive pricing, allow us to make great deals on many vehicle makes and models. Visit Savage 61, Kia, and L&B in Berks County for all your automotive needs.
And we're back top of the second. Here we go at First Energy Stadium. The first was a quick one. Only one hit for the Erie SeaWolves. Everyone else was retired. And heading up to the plate for Erie is Josh Lester. 3 hits on the season for Josh. He had the night off last night, so we'll see how he comes back after a rest day. And in the game before last night, so Thursday night's game, he struck out 4 times. He had a tough night, so after having last night off, we'll see how he bounces back as 2 balls come in for Mark Appel. Setting up on the first base side of the rubber, the right-hander kicks, fires, and gets a swinging strike out of Lester. To describe Appel's motion to you a little bit, stands a little bit sideways with his body towards home plate as he induces a foul ball off of Lester to get himself back into this at-bat. The count is now 2-2. A special congratulations to the R-Phils mascot band. I don't know if you've seen the mascot band, but they are celebrating their 20th anniversary this season. Although if you ask Change Up, he'll say it's the 21st anniversary. He wants to count last year. As a swinging strike from Josh Lester goes in the books, and that will bring up Yariel Gonzalez, who also had the night off yesterday. But Gonzalez, 5 hits in 3 games and 6 RBIs. Gonzalez is over on third base today, where he played the other 3 games. And he will step into that lefty batter's box. Here's the pitch from Mark Appel, right down the middle, 94 miles an hour fastball from Appel. The mascot band is one of the most unique, one-of-a-kind experiences that you will not get anywhere else but First Energy Stadium, as that grazes the jersey of Gonzalez, and he will take first on a hit by a pitch. Just kind of grazed the front of his chest on his jersey. We're going to see if he needs the trainer. Nope, he's good. He's heading down to first as Appel kind of shakes his head. Sorry, man, Adam. Sticks out his hand. Obviously, that was on accident, as Appel looks a little bit frustrated by that pitch, but only one on here with one away for Juan Centeno. And Centeno, a lefty, as well, as he drives one up the right side. Is a going foul coming over Stokes, but it lands in the bullpen, and he is not able to make the play. thing about the mascot band is that it includes a couple different mascots that the Fightins showcase. Obviously, Screwball's in there. He's on drums. Bucky the Beaver is on the bass. Change Up the Turtle is on percussion. And Quack the Duck is lead vocals and guitar. And that is a huge fan favorite. We had a happy hour pregame concert. Lots of people in our plaza. And a big thanks to BB&T for being their host all these years long. Then don't forget also, I almost forgot myself, Blooper the Hound Dog is also in the band. He joined a little bit after the original production came out, and he played the keyboard, and now he plays lead guitar. And the mascot band over 300 shows at First Energy Stadium, and they also have played at the Vet and CBP, so they've got a lot of experience playing in very different and exciting venues, and they just want to tell everyone, have fun playing music. You should start whenever you want, practice often, and don't wait until you're an expert to get up and play. As the pitch comes in to Centeno for a ball count now 3-1 with Gonzalez over on first, taking a slight lead. One away here in the top of the second with no score. The pitch from Appel, swing and a miss to make the count full to Centeno. Appel really getting batters to chase on those pitches low in the zone. Appel leaning down, getting the sign from Duran behind the plate. Now he'll go in the dirt. Nice block by Duran as Centeno will take first. 2 runners on, no score here in the top of the second, 1 away as Dylan Rosa heads up to the plate. And Duran coming out, giving his guys some signs here. And now he will head back behind the plate as Rosa stepping in to the righty batter's box. Phil's infield, outfield playing straight up. And the wind blowing strong here at the ballpark. That one comes off foul into the netting over the plaza. And unfortunately, a fan will not be able to get that one. The foul ball is brought to you by the Pennsylvania Insurance Fraud Prevention Authority. Only weasels commit insurance fraud. Visit don'tbeaweasel.com today. And you know what else? I actually checked out that website with my producer up here yesterday, and it's legit. It works. So visit don'tbeaweasel.com today for information about Pennsylvania insurance fraud. As Rosa fouls another one off, and Appel gets up in the count early, 0-2. Runner on second, Yariel Gonzalez. Runner on first, Juan Centeno. Mark Appel looking back at Gonzalez on second. No one really covering the bag. He'll go home, and he'll get the punch out from Jasinski behind the plate on the outside corner at the knees. That's 3 strikeouts for Appel now with 2 away in the top of the second. We'll see if Appel can get out of this little jam here as Valente coming up. Valente having a hot night. He was on base all 4 times last night. He did get picked off and caught stealing in the third, and was also part of a double play. But he was on base all 4 times at some point last night as he steps into the righty batter's box. Here's the pitch from Appel. Drives it up the middle. It's going to drop in front of Vierling. He'll throw it in. Here's the tag by Duran. He's got him! A fantastic throw by Vierling in the outfield. Appel looked like he was going to cut it off. Went against it. Duran on the money tag. And Fightin' Phils get out of that one without any runs scoring. Beautiful throw there by Vierling. You couldn't ask for anything more from the center fielder. And looks like 2 runners will be left on base as Erie unable to score heading into the bottom of the second. With all that excitement, we'll be right back.
What does it mean to bank locally with Tompkins? It means keeping your money in your community with a team of neighbors to decisions and plus all the convenience where you can make deposit checks, send money to even turn your misplaced when you find it locally with this. Visit Tompkins Line or started Member Housing Lender.
Copa de la Diversión of MILB, alternate identities country, wishing to be Latino community. New identity in a luchador. Means to fight for, translates to fighter. Also signifies a fighter. A mask. The mask logo pays tribute to notable elements of the city embodied in the luchador's pagoda, surrounded by rays, rep American country. Is Redding's home plate door's mouth. The stadium's for the upper lip. The chin are trained symbolic of the history. And a baseball seams. Baseball town's rich fans can look for players suiting up as a Reading cap on specific season. As Matt Vierling gunned down Gonzalez all the way from deep center field. The throw was right on the money to Duran, and Duran applying the tag well in front of home plate. I mean, it wasn't even close, fans. Mark Appel was standing on the mound at the time. He thought he was going to cut that throw off, but instead he chose to let it go by him, and that was the right call because the throw was on the money for Vierling. As foul ball off the bat of Steven. Fantastic throw to save runs from scoring. And the score is now 0-0 in the second. So Appel getting out of a little bit of a situation. And there is some rain starting to come down here at First Energy Stadium for the second night in a row. Some fans have got umbrellas, but most people are heading under the covers here. But don't worry, kids are still playing in the pool as Josh Stevens strikes out swinging. And that will bring up McCarthy Tatum. Tatum in that righty batter's box, a quick chopper into the dugout of Erie. And no one has to come out and get that one. Here's the 0-1 from Pinto. Sends it into shallow center field on the warning track. That made it all the way with the wind is Robson making the catch in right center field. Wow, the wind just took that one right off the bat and all the way to the warning track. Great piece of hitting there from Tatum. And now Rodolfo Duran stepping in and stepping up for the Fightins. 2 away here in the bottom of the second. No score. As Duran takes a pitch at the knees for a strike. Here's the 1-1 from Pinto throwing on the third base side of the rubber. That one's in the dirt. Another fun fact about this day in Baseball Town history, fans, is that this was the first annual morning game. And if you haven't been to one of our morning games, I believe it is happening sometime in September. I was told. So you don't got to wait too long for that. You do got to wait too long, but I promise it's coming. I know it's not as early as the usual morning game, which was very early. We started the morning off with coffee and hot dogs, which I know our fans loved, but minor league baseball slated that the games have to start a little bit later. So we will have the morning game. It just will be occurring a little bit later. But don't fret. It's going to happen. We're still going to open the gates for you. So back on May 8th, 2002, that was the first morning game, and 7,150 people attended that game as Duran goes down swinging, and another 1-2-3 inning from Pinto as the Fightins can't get anyone on the base pass. We're going to take a short break, but we will be right back for the third here at First Energy Stadium.
Now let's meet our team. On the first base side, it's Team.
Spend some quality time with the family by taking them out to a ball game every Sunday home game at First Energy Stadium. Sundays are Burke's Packing Sunday Family Fun Days, presented by Classic Harley-Davidson. Get 4 tickets, 4 hot dogs, and 4 sodas for only $50 when purchased in advance. Burke's Packing is a family-owned and operated meat processor located here in Reading, specializing in hot dogs, ham, specialty meats, and more. Join us for Burke's Packing Sunday Family Fun Days at Sunday home games all season long here at First Energy Stadium. The Fightins feature special post-game concerts throughout the entire season with more live music than anywhere else in Berks County. Each post-game concert features $1 off St. Boniface Brewing and live music on the T-Mobile stage. That's post-game concerts thanks to St. Boniface Brewing. From the cleanup position, there's no one better in the field than J.P. Mascaro & Son. Trust the familiar Mascaro Blue Elephant to provide dependable, quality service for your home or business. Make our team your team, whether in a pinch or for the long haul. Like the Reading Fightin' Phils, we're the best in our field. We are hiring and have open positions in Berks County. Check our website for open positions at jpmascaro.com or call 1-888-MASCARO. First Energy Stadium, where it is raining now. If you're joining us from your home, I hope you're nice and warm. And if you're at the ballpark, thanks for sticking it out to support the Fightins. I want to get back to my little blurb about the morning game. So the game started on May 8, 2002 at 9:08 a.m. and there were traffic backups all the way on Route 12 during rush hour. Whoops. The Fightins Phils Buzz Hanahan went 3 for 4, and he had a double in his first at-bat as an R-Phil, and he scored 2 runs while Travis Chapman was 2 for 3 with a 2-run single, and the day was a short one for R-Phil's manager Greg Legg at the time, who was ejected in the 3rd inning. So I would say that's a pretty eventful morning, all of it finishing up by noon, as we see the grounds crew coming out to add some turfus on the mound. And our wonderful groundskeeper, Dirt Douglas, is out there raking it up. He's trying to get everything under control for these guys, and we're so thankful for him being so good at his job, as it's really difficult in times like this. With all of the rain that we get in Reading, if you live here, you understand. And we are just trying to get things good for our players, as Mark Appel is now taking some warm-up throws from the side of the mound as the guys fix it up here. Looks like they might head to the plate to rake a little bit. I saw yesterday some of the guys on Erie, more so than Reading, were having a little bit of trouble with the dirt getting stuck up in their spikes, and it makes it a little bit more difficult for the pitchers to get their push off the mound that they normally like to get. As looks like they're going to take their final rakes out there and get things cleaned up with some turfus for the players. And Mark Appel now, I see him getting the mud off his cleats over there on the mound, taking his warm-up throws to Rodolfo Duran. One other thing happened on May that's pretty significant. Pat Burrell, May 8th, 1999. You know Pat Burrell, don't you? He hit a double and 2 solo home runs and scored 4 times in an 8-6 win over Trenton. So pretty big day is May 8th. And I would love to add something to my book in May 8th for this year, May 8th, 2021. Yesterday was cool. I added, so I have a long running sheet of this day in history, we call it, that says, we kind of keep track of everything that happened, and usually in our game notes we'll include what happened this day in history. But yesterday I went and added the first win for the Fightin' since the pandemic began and shut down the season. So I think that was a pretty momentous moment for the R-Fields, and I'm excited that they are back in action here. It seemed like Kelvis Velez, the first base umpire, had disappeared into the umpire clubhouse for a little bit of time, but now he's back on the field as the home plate umpire. Jasinski wiping down home plate for the guys, and looks like we are getting ready to be back into action as we head back to the top of the SeaWolves order with Green. Riley Green has been up a lot of times. I feel like the SeaWolves just continually batting 5 times each player or so each game. He steps into that lefty batter's box. The first pitch of the inning from Appel, a called strike at the knees. Looks like there's some sun after these clouds here at First Energy Stadium, hoping the Phils can get through this contest here as the count moves to 1-1. And crowd is going wild for Appel as he gets a swinging strike from Green. 1-2 now. Appel already having 3 strikeouts to his name here in the top of the third. Got out of a little bit of a jam in the second with a great throw by Vierling to Nab Gonzalez home. As the crowd goes wild, a swinging strike out from Green. And an interesting note about Mark Appel and when he came to the Phillies, when he was traded to the Phillies from Houston, it was an interesting trade that he was a part of. He actually came and was traded for Vince Velasquez, who is now a big part of the Phillies starting 5. And Ken Giles was also part of that trade. So Giles and Jonathan Arauz went to Houston, and in exchange, Philadelphia got Thomas Eshelman, Brett Oberholzer, Vince Velasquez, and Harold Arauz, along with Mark Appel. And Appel here with his second. He will put Kreidler on first base. So he was part of that big trade. And interesting how Velasquez still became a part of the rotation now for the Fightin' Phils. And it looks like Appel is trying to scrape off some of that mud at home plate. And now Robson will head up to the lefty batter's box, count 0-1. As the Fightin' shift is on that they do for the lefty batters as always. So 2 hit-by pitches tonight for Mark Appel. He just hit Kreidler to put him on first, and he also hit Gonzalez, having a little bit of trouble with control on the inside, but it is raining, so that sometimes can happen. But 1 on here with 1 out as Kreidler sends one into foul territory, coming over Tatum, and he runs out of room. And he was coming from far. He was coming from about the shortstop position. So he had a lot of ground to cover there. And we got a concessions worker walking around with hot chocolate here in the stand. And that sounds pretty good to me. Love a cup up here. Have to do that sometime during a game. Got to try out all these things at First Energy Stadium that they have so much to offer. As Appel getting the strike call from home plate umpire Jasinski. The 0-2 to Robson. It's high. A nice pop-up by Duran to nab that one. Taking a lead on first is Kreidler after getting on, being hit by a pitch. One away here as Appel looking down. And going is Kreidler, but the throw just a little bit too late and off the money. Kreidler got a nice jump on that one. And that will be a stolen base for Kreidler as he shifts to second, and the pitch came in a ball, so evening the count now 2-2. Appel looking back at Kreidler. Gamboa standing near second, shaded to the right, but there's no one in that gap between second and third. And Robson, the 2-2 pitch, sends it into right field. It's going to drop to the right of Steven. He's going to pick it up off the wall. Scoring is Kreidler, and a stand-up double from Robson to start off the scoring here for Erie. So run scores off the bat of Robson. Kreidler the first to come home, and that stolen base really, really worked out for him as he was in scoring position for Kreidler's double. One away here, the score now 1-0 in favor of the SeaWolves as Mark Appel takes a visit from Duran, and it looks like a couple people coming out of the dugout. Maybe Brad Bergeson heading out to the plate. Heading out to the mound, to have a chat. They're scraping their shoes off just to try to get the mud off there. Infielders coming in too, and there is some action going on in the bullpen. Whoever's the bullpen catcher out there missed that one. It bounced into the field of play. Luckily, the game not going on. A couple guys come over to scrape the mud off of their cleats, and it does look like the sun is starting to peek through the clouds. Interesting day here in Reading, Pennsylvania. I feel like this has been happening kind of nonstop all day. The rain is still really coming down, but it does look like there might be an escape for it sometime soon, hopefully. And Appel back on the mound for Drew Ward. First pitch comes in low. Runner on second in the form of Robson after his stand-up double scored Kreidler. And the score 1-0 Erie with one away in the top of the third. Someone is warming up in the pen for the Titans. Appel looking back. Now he'll go home. And it's low for a ball. If you have time, tomorrow is our Mother's Day game at 2:15, I believe, is first pitch, which will be really exciting. We've got a backpack giveaway, and we're looking forward to that tomorrow. And our next series, May 25th through the 30th, is sure to be a great one as well. 2 bobblehead nights and 4 fireworks nights, the first of the season, including on Memorial Day weekend as the strike comes in to Drew Ward, and the count now 2-1. And starting June 8th, there will be 100% capacity in a return to normalcy here at First Energy Stadium. And I'm being told from the booth there's a rainbow. I got 4 walls here, so it's a little bit tough to see. Oh my gosh, I really see it now. It's on the right field line. That's pretty cool. Wow. You can tell with the sun peeking through. I got really distracted there by this rainbow. It's pretty cool. It is over the right field wall, just slightly left of the pool. If you're in the ballpark, I hope you're taking a picture of it. And if you're at home, look outside your own window. I hope you can see it from there. As the pitch from Appel is inside, making the count full. Wonder where the end of that leads to. Only see the beginning. And the sun's peeking through the clouds. It still looks like it's raining just slightly. Hopefully that will let up soon, as I do see some cloudy but sunny skies to our left. And Appel gets Ward to make contact, but right there is Stokes in left field. He was just playing shallow enough to run up and nab that one without letting it bounce first. So he's able to make that liner out. And 2 away now for Mark Appel here in the top of the third as Josh Lester, who struck out swinging, is up. Lester gets set up in that lefty batter's box as Appel ready to start things off. And the first pitch just outside for a ball. On second is Robson after his double. He's taken a few steps on. I would not be surprised if he's going to take a few more steps, as he's running on anything here with 2 outs in the top of the third. And the base runners have been very aggressive here for both teams during this series. Looking for the third out here in the top of the third so we can get back to some Fightin' Phil's offense. With 2 away here. And the 2-0 from Appel. It's low, good block by Duran. Now it's 3-0. All the infielders trying to get the mud off their shoes. Just tough with the rain coming down here at First Energy Stadium, though it looks like it might be stopping as it's turning into a beautiful sunset here at the ballpark as Appel gets a called strike, 90 miles an hour on the outside corner of the plate. A big thank you to ROG Orthodontics. They're the proud official partner of the ROG Orthodontics Fightin' Phil's Kids Club. Join today at Fightins.com to get your free ROG Orthodontics Kids Club t-shirt. And on May 9th at 1 p.m., you can meet Peppa and George Pig and take photos with them. Join the ROG Orthodontics Kids Club today. Definitely want to join that if you've got a little one who wants to run around in the ballpark. Free t-shirt and lots to do with the ROG Orthodontics Kids Club as Appel will walk. And the Fightins will get a visit from manager Sean Williams. So it looks like the day might be done for Appel as there is someone working in the bullpen. We'll see if Williams takes the ball from Appel, and he does. So we are going to take a short break here at First Energy Stadium as we wait for the pitching change to happen. Lots of claps as Appel walks back into the dugout, and we'll be back soon with Who's Up shortly.
First packing mix for seats, 4 hot dogs, 3 4 sodas for just $50. Every Sunday.
Unlike any other area at First Energy Stadium, the Stadium 61 Dugout Suite puts you at the closest seat to the action on field, located just feet away from the diamond on the first base side. With covered seating, ability and motion accessible seating, and the most unique view around, your group will thank you over and over again for a one-of-a-kind experience. Tickets for the Dugout Suite are $27 and include options to add food or drink packages. For the first time ever, the Reading Fightin' Phils are pleased to present you their classic game program all electronically. This program has information on the coaching staff, player rosters, and front office staff. It also includes featured stories and alumni reports, all on the favorite guys who spent their time in baseball town. Visit rphils.com/programs to check it out.
Purchase a bank of tickets to be used throughout the Fightin' Phils season. The Flex Bank lets you use the number of tickets you need when you need them. You will have an online Flex Bank account which allows you to use your bank of tickets or vouchers to redeem for game tickets whenever you need them. You can also reserve your game tickets from your FlexBank by contacting the ticket office or redeeming in person at the stadium. Visit rphils.com or call the office at 610-370-BALL for more information about the FlexBank ticket packages and all the exciting ways you can get tickets to a First Energy Stadium game. A call to the Alvernia University Golden Wolves bullpen, and out goes Mark Appel. I can't give you the final line on that yet because he's responsible for some of the base runners, but he did have 56 pitches on the night, 31 of them strikes, and out for the Fightin' Phils come Taylor Lehman. He was the noted piggybacker tonight, so that is not surprising that he's coming out to share the start with Mark Appel, and I'm told that all of these piggyback starts, they'll be in the reverse at the next series, so both of those guys will get the opportunity to come out in relief, and see which works for which one's more comfortable, which one's more effective. That's how the Phillies are doing it this year. Back in 2019, Taylor Lehman played in both short and high and full A, so high and low A, in Lakewood and in Williamsport. Oh, short season and I'm getting confused now with Clearwater and Lakewood switching, but Williamsport was the short season, and in the past Lakewood was low A. Now it is high A, so he played in low A and short season ball as the first pitch to Gonzalez comes in a strike, and Lehman gets the cheers of the crowds as the sun is here at First Energy Stadium and rain no more for now, I should say. As looking back as the runner, Robson on second, he'll go home in the dirt. Great block by Duran behind the plate. He's checking up on Lesser, who's taking a pretty big lead at first, but Luke Miller is probably a good 10 or so feet to the left side of first base, the second base side, shifted over a little bit there, so a play could probably not be made at first just because of no one being at the bag, as Lester is almost even with the distance that Miller's taking there. They're both probably about a good 10 or so feet off of first as the count moves to 2-1 on Gonzalez. So back in 2019 when he did split seasons, he was mainly, half and house out of the pen starting, so he's pretty used to this piggyback relief starting situation, as he had 37 strikeouts for a 2.55 ERA and 49 in the third inning, so pretty effective in 2019 as he gets a called strike from Jasinski behind the plate, and the crowd is really into this one. Despite the weather, they are all super excited to be here at the ballpark, and kids are still swimming over there, unsurprisingly so. Runner on first and second with two away in the top of the third. One run has already scored for Erie. Lehman looking to clean it up and shut down the SeaWolves in the top of the third as a swinging that's going to be a foul ball off the bat of Gonzalez as it goes behind both Duran and the home plate umpire. And now we'll head back into the dugout. And Lehman stepping in on that third base side of the rubber, the lefty reliever, looking down at Duran, glove at his chest, now it's at the waist as he steps together, looks back at Robson on second, looks home, looks back, looks home, and swing and a miss as he gets Gonzalez to go down swinging, and the crowd is roaring here as Lehman gets out of a jam, and we head to the bottom of the third inning where the score is 1-0 Erie. Better in the field than J.P. Mascaro & Son. Trust the familiar Mascaro Blue Elephant to provide dependable quality hauling, disposal, and recycling service for your home or business. Make our team your team, whether in a pinch or for the long haul. Like the Reading Fightin' Phils, we're the best in our field. We are hiring and have open positions in Berks County. Check our website for open positions at jpmascaro.com or call 1-888-MASCARO.
Join us as we celebrate Reading's Hispanic and Latino culture during 7 Friday home games this season. with Savage 61's Fiesta Fridays, presented by Alex Patanzas of eXp Realty, Humane Pennsylvania, Supportive Concepts for Families, Children's Home of Reading, and Mao Beer. Fiesta Fridays features special Los Luchadores de Reading uniforms, Hispanic and Latino food and music, and other cultural events throughout the ballpark. Get your tickets now by calling 610-370-BALL or visiting us at the Weidenhammer ticket office at First Energy Stadium.
Every time you grab an ice-cold 20-ounce Pepsi, you'll find a Pepsi emoji on the side of the bottle. So while the Pepsi delivers this, the Pepsi emoji delivers this.
Ooh.
So go ahead, crack open a Pepsi and tell the world how you feel and what you love with Pepsi emojis. Say it with Pepsi.
And gets the Fightins out of a jam as only one run scores for Erie. It's 1-0 as we head into the Fightins half of the third inning. They're looking to put some offense on the board. The grounds crew comes back in from laying some surface down on the mound on the first base area and at home plate, try to dry things off as the rain seems to be drying up here at First Energy Stadium. We did see a beautiful rainbow back in that half inning. We do have the final line on Mark Appel, 56 pitches, 2 2/3 innings, 3 hits, 1 run, 2 walks, and 4 strikeouts. So not a bad debut for Mark Appel. He looked pretty effective out there. The only concerning thing, he did hit 2 batters, but it seemed, with the rain, a little bit more difficult for control issues there. But overall, a successful first start for Mark Appel as Fightins are monitoring pitch count a lot here early on and not letting pitchers going too long as they're all coming back from an extended time off, especially Mark Appel. Leading things off is Madison Stokes. He collected his first Double-A hit last night and scored his first run in their 8-4 win over Erie. Stokes playing out in left today. And the first pitch by Pinto, he'll chop it foul into the backstop. 1-0 the score here in the bottom of the third inning. Fightin' Phils last night played as Los Luchadores de Reading, and on Sunday they will play as the Reading Hot Dogs to honor the Burke's Packing hot dogs that we sell at the ballpark, and a fan favorite as we sell the most hot dogs in all of minor league baseball. That is a 100% confirmed fact, and I'm not wrong. So we love our hot dogs here. The fans love our hot dogs. And I got to say, I love the hot dogs here, too. If you have them cooked on the grill, that is the best spot, as Stokes fouls one into his shin and falls on the ground. But he's up. He's walking it off. And the count moves to 2-2. I've seen the jerseys that our wonderful graphic designer Ryan Springborn created for tomorrow, and they are really cool. They're maroon, and if you look closely, you can see hot dogs inside the jersey. They are maroon and yellow, and I'm pretty excited. The first time the Fightins are wearing them tomorrow as they play as the Reading Hot Dogs every Sunday during the 2021 season. Here's the 2-2 to Stokes. It's low for a ball. Also tomorrow is our backpack giveaway for Mother's Day weekend. It's pretty cool thanks to Reading Hospital McGlynn Cancer Institute. That's going to all women 18 plus. We're also having George Pig out here for an appearance and photo session as Stokes works the count and gets the walk. He's the first runner on tonight for the Fightin' Phils and the first walk that Pinto has allowed tonight. It's also Burke's Packing Sunday Family Fun Day tomorrow. I think this is probably the best deal we have at the ballpark. 4 tickets, 4 hot dogs, and 4 sodas for only $50. I think that's a pretty good deal. And of course, as I was saying before, the hot dog tribute uniforms, thanks to Classic Harvey Davidson, Summit Massage, Serve Pro Reading, Aspen Home Improvements, and ROG Orthodontics. Don't forget about our pregame community music showcase with Bishop Shanahan Jazz Band String Tree. A lot of promotions tomorrow, and that is really the start of our full promotional schedule as Colby Fitch fouls one back into the stands. And he sends one deep to left field. Is it gonna be foul? Just foul as the Fightins crowd is pumped for Colby Fitch. And Colby Fitch, absolutely amazing behind the plate on Thursday night. He caught a runner stealing. So he is 1 for 1 on runners trying to steal while he is behind the plate. And he achieved his first base hit of the season as pitch comes in just outside. Stokes taking a little bit of a lead off of first base. No outs here, bottom of the third inning. The score 1-0 Erie. And the pitch gets Stokes at the knees. He'll be sent back to the dugout looking, and lots of boos from the crowd as they were excited about that long ball he put just foul. Speaking of long balls, here comes Luke Miller's 2 home runs on the season so far, the most for the Reading Fightin' Phils, and he extended his hit streak to 4 games so far, so he has gotten a hit in each of the games that the Fightin' Phil have played. Now he's stepping into that righty batter's box with Stokes on first after being walked. Big shift here. If Miller can put one through the gap between first and second, he'll swing through the pitch for a strike. Pinto, 30 pitches, 19 strikes. Pretty effective here in the bottom of the third inning. He's not allowed a hit as of thus far. 286 the batting average for Luke Miller as the pitch comes in from Pinto in the dirt, 91 mile an hour. Looks like the rain is over here in Reading. But unfortunately that rainbow is over here as well. Hopefully you guys got to look outside and see it as Pinto goes back to first to get Stokes, but not in time. Stokes wasn't really taking too much of a lead over there. The 1-1 count with 1 out here and 1 person on in the bottom of the third inning where the Fightins trail 1-0. And Pinto getting the call from Centeno behind the plate, but it comes in the dirt, moving the count 2-0. And the crowd is excited here at First Energy Stadium, where the Fightins are threatening for the first time this night with only 1 out in the bottom of the third inning. Going is Luke Miller, driving it to third base. Miller already on second. He's going for third as the 5-3 goes to first, and Miller safely to third. Heads up base running, Stokes safely at third as Miller out at first. Heads up base running there by Stokes. Miller out on the 5-3 play, but Stokes was off before the pitch was thrown. And he made it all the way around to third. And that will bring up back to Archimedes Gamboa. Really heads up base running there by Stokes to get all the way to third. And now runners in scoring position for the Fightins, 2 away here in the bottom of the third inning. Comes in low. And the third baseman Gonzalez playing on the infield grass edge while the rest of the outfielders are playing deep in the hole. Got 3 on deck. The pitch comes in low at the knees. 83 mile an hour changeup. Hope you can hear that natural crowd sound as the fans are getting into it here as the Fightins threatening with Madison Stokes on third, taking a big lead. A chopper up the first base slide from Gamboa, just foul. Wind shifting directions a little bit now, going from home plate to out to center, right center field, shifting just a tad. And more of a hitter's ballpark, even so now here in Reading. And now the 1-2 from Pinto to Gamboa. Just high for a ball. Sean Williams back at third base, coach's box well behind third base, almost, even past the infield. Nobody really stands in those marked coach's boxes anymore. I'm pretty sure no manager stands in those coach's boxes. That gets back the catcher, and Gamboa waving Stokes home as the R-Phils tie this one up. And Madison Stokes with the most heads-up base running that we've seen by the R-Phils right now. I mean, they practice that. I was telling you guys yesterday, they were practicing that all morning on Friday. Sean Williams had them out there for quite a while practicing running, around the bend at first and third and heads up base running when they need to be. And we saw that yesterday with Brito and Vierling, and now we're seeing it again with Stokes. Gamboa strikes out swinging, but not before Madison Stokes ties the ball game up at 1 here as we head into the 4th inning. We're going to take a short break here at First Energy Stadium.
This is Demel from Wilmsdorf, and he's going to be taking on R-Phils player Luke Miller.
The Reading Fighting Phils are Berks County developmental taking out the state community of illness and suicide. Full words. The hope is to begin a conversation to show Berks County that we care. Suicide affects and hurts everyone, but help is here, and we'll work together to raise awareness about suicide and identify what we can do as a community to prevent it. People in need of assistance and support should call Crisis Intervention at 610-236-0530. That's 610-236-0530.
Cornwall Manor is an active senior living community on a 190-acre wooded campus in Cornwall, Lebanon County. The community offers independence and opportunities for wellness and fitness, as well as educational and musical programs, and the peace of mind of having convenient health care on site. Cornwall Manor offers a range of residential choices from apartments to homes. Prospective residents are welcome to visit us for lunch and have a chance to learn more about the community. More information is available online at cornwallmanor.org. Cornwall Manor, celebrating 70 years of senior living.
We're taking home the tickets. That's the Fighting game. That's the Let's Start Tours. And try this one.
Back here at First Energy Stadium after our the Fightins game, where Luke Miller was asked to name as many NBA teams as he could. He got 10, and our fan here in the ballpark had 13, so he took home some Fightins tickets as a celebratory prize. Back on the mound, Taylor Lehman, for the Fightin' Phils. I talked to him before the ball game to make sure I got that pronunciation correct. It's Taylor Lehman. As coming up for the Erie SeaWolves is going to be Juan Centeno. Fightins tied it up in the bottom of the 3rd inning as Madison Stokes was walked. Came around to third on a ground out by Luke Miller and then ended up scoring on a wild pitch. So Fightins score without getting a hit in the 3rd. Erie got one earlier in the 3rd as Kreidler was hit by a pitch, then stole second and made his way home on a double by Robson. So interesting for both teams scoring here in the 3rd. It's all tied up in the top of the 4th as the pitch comes in inside from Lehman. The count now 2-0. Juan Centeno walked in his first at-bat back in the 2nd And he'll send one to deep right field. Going back is Steven. He's not able to make the play. It bounces off the wall, but it's only a single there for Centeno as it was played really well off the wall by Steven. He knew he wasn't going to be able to make the catch as it was high up, and he waited for it to bounce back to him, and I think that says something about the experience he's had here at First Energy Stadium, playing here before. He knows exactly how that ball should be played. Steven, starting the season in Lehigh Valley, was brought back here just yesterday, where he was pretty effective for the Fightin' Phils, batting .500, 1 hit, and 2 RBIs. Helped the Fightins rout the SeaWolves 8-4 yesterday. And now Centeno taking a pretty big lead with Dylan Rosa up at the plate. A first pitch strike comes in from Lehman. Grounds crew put more turfus on the whole infield as Rosa swings through another one, 0-2, just to make the base running a little bit easier on the guys and make sure no one trips up with the mud in their cleats. But hopefully the rain has stopped for the evening here, and we can just settle in for a good night of professional baseball here at First Energy Stadium. As a 3-pitch strike from Taylor Lehman gets Dylan Rosa, sending him back to the dugout. And now Valente heading up to the batter's box. He's 1 for 1 today. His batting average, .625s, 5 hits on 8 at-bats. What a way to start the season for Valente. 1 out with Centeno over on first base here in the top of the 4th inning. The score at 1-1. And the pitch gets away. Well, he sent the pitch home, and it was a strike to Valente. And when Duran threw it back to Lehman, he kind of slipped out of his glove, and he went to chase it down, but no fear. Centeno did not move in advance. And we are ready to resume play as Lehman was getting a ball from the dugout. Kicks, fires, bunt attempt by Valente, but it bunted foul. And going back is Centeno said he took second. And it looks like the first and third base umpires are having are questioning about it. They're not sure why he's at second, but he's going to stay on second. A stolen base, I think they're saying, as the crowd is kind of upset. Are they going to go with passed ball, as it doesn't seem like he made contact? And the ball did bounce behind Duran into the dugout. But a high fastball from Lehman gets Valente back to the dugout. 2 consecutive strikes here from Lehman, as he now has 3 on the night. That will bring up Riley Green. We're back to the top of the order. Runner on second in the form of Centeno after he moved over on a wild pitch. The official scorekeeper recorded that a wild pitch, so appreciate his knowledge on that call. And 2 Ks now for Lehman, puts us at 2 outs in the top of the 4th inning. And that ball bounces in front of home plate, gets away from Duran, but he's able to keep it close by. One to one the score. We're in the top of the 4th inning. and he sends a bullet up the left field line, foul. Here we are in the top of the 4th inning. Erie looking to take the lead after Reading tied it up in the bottom of the 4th inning. But 2 outs here as Taylor Lehman gets another strike. The count moves to 2-2. Lehman just throwing fire here. A 91-mile-an-hour fastball to get Green. And 1 strike to go for Lehman to get out of this jam. Runner on second in the form of Juan Centeno. Lehman looks back at him now. He fires home. It's low for a ball. And this is the full count, folks. 1-1 the score here in the top of the 4th. Erie is threatening, but Lehman is trying to stop before any damage is done. And the pitch, a foul ball, keeps Green alive as it goes into the stand. It bounces it up. Someone reaches out with their glove, but they are unable to come up with it. I saw a really good play last night. There were fans that stuck it out the whole game in the rain, and he caught a really great foul ball. Stand up with his glove in section 6, I believe they were in. That was pretty exciting. So 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, and a runner on second. Tie ball game in the top of the 4th. Here's the pitch. Chopper foul once again. Green staying alive. Green 0 for 2 tonight. A ground out and a strikeout. This is game 5 of 6 games versus the Erie SeaWolves. Minor League Baseball Double-A going Tuesday to Sunday. 2 road series, coming up after this, then 1 home at the end of May. And the pitch by Lehman. Did he get him on the outside corner? No, he did not. And the crowd is booing the home plate umpire on the non-strike call, as Lehman really working the at-bat there, but just doesn't come up with the call he's looking for. And still booing is the crowd as Kreidler steps up to the batter's box. So runner on first, runner on second with 2 outs here in the top of the 4th. Lehman trying to shut down the Erie SeaWolves before anything happens. And Fightin' Phil's looking to get back up at bats as foul ball by Kreidler as it rolls all the way down from the top of the grandstand to the bottom, and a kid is getting a souvenir. And the crowd is cheering. Oh, and 1 the count now to Kreidler. Runners on first and second here. Scores tied at First Energy Stadium. Looking back is Lehman. He'll go home. Gets the strike call. Count 0-2 to Kreidler. Lehman with 3 strikeouts already, looking to notch his 4th here. He had a full count to Green. Walked him. Now he's got a 0-2 count to Kreidler. Lehman setting up on the first base side of the rubber, glove at the chest, getting the sign from Duran. Now he's put glove at his waist, looks back at Centeno on second, no one there. He'll go home and induces a swing and a miss. Strike out for Kreidler, and Lehman pumped up. Excitement, elation on his face as he gets out of a jam here in the top of the 4th, and a donut goes up on the board for the Erie SeaWolves. 1-1 the score as we head into the Fightin's half of the 4th.
Which of the following Saturday songs do you want to hear?
Cornwall Manor is an active senior living community on a 190-acre wooded campus in Cornwall, Lebanon County. The community offers independence and opportunities for wellness and fitness, as well as educational and musical programs and the peace of mind of having convenient health care on site. Cornwall Manor offers a range of residential choices from apartments to homes. Prospective residents are welcome to visit us for lunch and have a chance to learn more about the community. More information is available online at cornwallmanor.org. Cornwall Manor, celebrating 70 years of senior living.
Feasers Incorporated, a family-owned full-line food service distributor located in central Pennsylvania. Services restaurants, sporting facilities, theme amusement parks, healthcare facilities, educational facilities, and other institutions throughout Pennsylvania and the Mid-Atlantic region. For over 100 years, Feasers and its employees have committed themselves to making customer service their highest priority. Feasers works hard to provide customers with the products they require, delivered by their helpful fleet drivers. Feasers is large enough to serve and small enough to care. For more information, call 800-326-2828 or Feasers.com.
ROG Orthodontics is the proud official partner of the ROG Orthodontics Fightin' Phil's Kids Club. Join today at Fightins.com to get your free ROG Orthodontics Kids Club t-shirt and visit FantasticSmiles.com for more information on all the great work that ROG Orthodontics provides. ROG Orthodontics and the Reading Fightin' Phils, two great hometown partners.
Back in the bottom of the fourth inning where Taylor Lehman was able to get the strikeout that he needed to end the top of the fourth inning. Pretty impressive stuff out of Lehman for his first appearance here at America's Classic Ballpark. And heading up to the plate for the Fightins is Dalton Guthrie. Fouls off the first pitch he sees from Pinto. Guthrie grounded out to third in his first appearance. Fightins scored back in the bottom of the third inning, and Erie had scored in the top of that inning, so the score is tied 1-1, but the Fightins still looking for their first hit of the night. Pinto kicks and fires. A heater into the glove of Gonzalez. He'll fire it across the diamond, and Guthrie is retired. Another 5-3 in your scorebooks, but man, that must have had some serious exit velocity to it. And now Matt Vierling heads up for the Fightin' Phils. He flew out to center. He also made a great play in center field earlier with a throw that came all the way home on the money to tag out an Erie SeaWolf trying to score. Here's the kick and the pitch from Pinto to Vierling, who is showing signs of bunt. He's quickly become a fan favorite here at America's Classic Ballpark. And the 0-1 to Vierling, it's in the dirt for a ball. Checking in with the Phillies, we were talking about Vince Velasquez earlier because he came over from Houston the same time as Mark Appel, and he is pitching a stellar outing here for the Phillies. They lead the Atlanta Braves 3-0. Braves are threatening in the bottom of the second inning, and there's one out for Atlanta. Phillies on a hot streak. They won last night. I think it was 14-2 was the final score. As the pitch comes into Vierling, 84-mile-an-hour changeup inside, and the count moves to 2-2. Phillies have been hot as of late. They swept the Brewers in their last series, and they're 1-0 on the Braves right now. They've been on a hot streak as of late. Vierling makes contact, sends it through the gap. It's stopped by Kreidler at deep short, and a single to Matt Vierling. He gets his way on first base. He's the first hit of the night here in the bottom of the fourth inning for the R-Phils. He sent that one deep into the hole at short, and Kreidler was playing over a little bit towards the second base side. He had to run and slide to get it on the outfield grass, and a beautiful piece of hitting there by Matt Vierling to put himself on first base. And now it's time for the cleanup hitter, Josh Steven. Vierling taking a lead off of first base. One out here in the bottom of the fourth inning. It passes under the legs of Centeno. On to second is Vierling. And Vierling moves himself to scoring position quickly. Cloud is going wild for Josh Steven here. They're getting loud as Fighton's threatening once again. Runner on second. As Vierling singled and then moved over. As the ball went through the legs of Centeno behind the plate. They're going for the quick back to second. But Vierling able to slide in. They were going for the little fake attempt as the shortstop Kreidler was on the third base side of second, and he went right around the back of Vierling to the first base side of second, tried a little sneak attack, but Vierling able to slide back, paying pretty good attention. Pinto looking back at Vierling. Now he'll go home. The 1-1 inside corner, a strike. One out here. Score is tied at 1 in the bottom of the fourth inning. Infield playing deep on the right side of the field. Big gap between second and third. Steven gets one called at the knees. It's now 1-2. Sean Williams is in that position when he's trying to wave a runner in. He's inside of the coach's box, closer towards home plate. And here's the pitch from right-handed Pinto. Making contact is Josh Stevens. He'll drop it in before Rosa in left field. It'll bounce off the wall. Coming home is Vierling, and a double from Josh Stevens scores. Matt Vierling for the Fighton's second run of the night, putting them on top 2-1 here at First Energy Stadium. Steven just placing that directly in front of Dylan Rosa, and then it bounced all the way to the wall in left field by that Chesson Lasik wall pad. And we do see someone warming up in the SeaWolves bullpen, and now it looks like a member of the coaching staff coming out to talk to Pinto. Don't think they'll take the ball from him just yet, as some of the players are trying to scrape off the mud at home plate. The umpire, Jasinski, now coming out, telling them their time at the mound is up. And Fightin' Phil's building the excitement here with one away. At First Energy Stadium, they've got a runner on second in the form of Josh Stevens. And coming up is McCarthy Tatum. Tatum flew out to left. Tatum, the righty batter, stepping into the box with Steven taking up a big lead. They went for that play back to second again. This time it's with Valente, who's the second baseman, shaded just slightly to the right of second base. But Steven able to slide back in on time. And Pinto looking back at Steven once again, and still he'll go home. It's low at the knees for a strike. Pinto sets himself up on the mound, kicks, fires, big swing and a miss there by Tatum. One away in the bottom of the fourth inning. Fightins have put themselves on top 2-1. A double off the bat of Josh Stevens scored Matt Vierling. And here's the pitch by Pinto. It's in the dirt. Good block there by Centeno behind the plate, making sure it doesn't get past him once again. That pass ball was huge to put Vierling over on second. he was in runners in scoring position then. We saw that happen earlier with Kreibler, who was able to get over to second and scored because he got himself in scoring position. So you don't realize how important some of that little small ball stuff is to be productive. Top of the fourth, Cornwall Manor half inning. Cornwall Manor has a continuum of care starting with independent living through skilled nursing care. Thank you to Cornwall Manor for sponsoring the top and the bottom of the fourth inning today. The 2-2 to Tatum. High fly ball, popping it up in foul territory, coming over Gonzalez in third base. Coach's box makes the grab. And that'll be 2 away for the Fightin' Phils. Cornwall Manor is the new nature of senior living, and they're taking reservations for their newest neighborhood, the Pines at Cornwall Manor, which feature 30 new single-style homes and 2-car garages with great rooms. Cornwall Manor, you can create your lifestyle and continue to live life as you want, but with an added peace of mind knowing healthcare is available when you need it. It looks like manager Arnie Baylor is going to come out to take the ball from Ricardo Pinto. We're going to take a short break as there is a pitching change to the Alvernia University Golden bullpen as Ricardo Pinto comes out, and someone is running in from the Erie bullpen. We'll figure out who that is and get back to you real soon. Stick with us.
Penn State Health St. Joseph's 67 Club is the original hospitality area at First Energy Stadium. Conveniently located along the third base side, the 67 Club gives you front row seat to all the action at the hot corner. The area is safely protected from line drives with large see-through netting. Starting at $31, groups of 20 or more can enjoy a 2.5-hour all-you-can-eat buffet. Children 4 and under are free. Visit Fightins.com or call us at 610-370-BALL to reserve your group outing.
You can add a delicious all-you-can-eat buffet to any Reading Fightin' Phils game ticket for only $18. No need to visit the concession stands. You can add a 2.5-hour all-you-can-eat buffet to any ticket. The selection includes barbecue chicken, barbecue sandwiches, cheeseburgers, hamburgers, hot dogs, mac and cheese, corn, pasta salad, baked beans, potato salad, chips, fruit, cookies, and Pepsi products. Call the Fightins at 610-370-BALL, order online at Fightins.com, or visit the Weidenhammer ticket office at First Energy Stadium.
The Our Phils and Savage 61 are excited to bring you Fightins baseball live from the comfort of your own home. If you are listening to this now, you're probably watching on YouTube, Facebook, or Twitch. Thanks for tuning in.
We're back here after the pitching change from the Alvernia University Golden Wolves bullpen. Brad Bass comes in to replace Rodolfo Duran. Just singles up between short and third, and scoring there is Steven all the way from second on that single up the middle by Rodolfo Duran. Didn't even let me finish my sentence there. Brad Bass comes in to replace Rodolfo Pinto. Now his line is closed as Josh Stevens heads home. He was put on by Ricardo Pinto earlier. But Fightin' Phils tack on another one in the bottom of the fourth inning with 2 outs. Score now 3-1 as Fightin' Phils scoring early and often here. Great single there by the prospect, Rodolfo Duran, and now up is Madison Stokes. Third RBI of the season for Durant. Pretty clutch with runners in scoring position. Stokes was the first run to score tonight. He crossed home plate on a wild pitch. He actually walked to get to first, so scored without even any hits happening for the Fightin' Phils, and the first one coming in this bottom of the fourth off of Matt Vierling. Stokes makes contact, chops it up, but it bounces off in foul territory, so it's a dead ball. And the umpire making an interesting call here. I think they are saying it's catcher's interference, as Centeno is now arguing with the home plate umpire Jasinski. So looks like they'll call that catcher's interference and send Madison Stokes down to first, as he was unable to make full contact with the ball because Centeno was in his way. That's why it was such a chopper foul. Coming out to argue is Arnie Baylor. And Baylor having some words with Jasinski behind the plate. We don't do replays for managers here, so I am interested to see what the outcome of this is going to be, because it's getting a little bit heated out in home plate. All the pitchers and fielders have gone back to their bases. They're all ready to rock and roll, and Baylor is still out there arguing with Jasinski. Now it looks like he's going to head back to the box, to the dugout. Looks like things are going to go back in action. And so now Fightins have a runner on first and a runner on second with 2 outs here. So another opportunity for them to score. We'll get to that final line on Rodolfo Pinto. 3.2 innings pitched, 1 hit, no runs, and no walks or strikeouts. So very interesting line. Not much of anything happened, which I guess is a good thing. Pinto 56 pitches on the afternoon, or evening, I guess I should say. And Brad Bass already giving up a hit, run scored, though that will go back to Pinto. And catcher's interference, interesting call there. Don't see that one too often because the catcher doesn't really like to interfere, because that means they're getting hit. Usually in the face mask, which I imagine is not so pleasant. Colby Fitch heading up. I was talking to Colby earlier. I was asking, would you like a walk-up song? Because the guys filled them out all when they first got here at the field. Most guys, you know, have the same song or set of songs that they like to go through. As Fitch takes the ball outside, count out 2-0. You know, everyone's got that go-to song. Some guys will be like switching it every so often when they're not playing well, or you have the guys that will literally use the same one throughout their entire career. And then sometimes, very often, you have a guy that doesn't really care about his song choice. So last game, when he hadn't gotten a song yet, our music coordinator played Sorry Miss Jackson, and he was into it. He chose it, as that is a walk to Colby Fitch. Very interesting walk there, as it almost seemed like Fitch didn't even know he was being walked down. So all of a sudden, bases loaded for the Fightin' Phils. And interesting way to get on base: a single, a catcher's interference, and a walk, as the Fightin' Phils have the bases loaded for Luke Miller. 3-1 in the bottom of the fourth inning with 2 away. And as I was saying, I guess the Sorry Miss Jackson song is working out for Colby Fitch, because he said we could play it again, and now he's on base. Luke Miller up at the plate, ground out. In his first at-bat, he'll make contact, pop it up real high. We've had some trouble with the lights this series. Coming over to make the catch, John Lester, and he will. So that retires Miller, and it retires the Fightin' Phils here in the bottom of the fourth, but not before they score 2 runs on 3 hits. No errors, but they do lead, the bases loaded here. We'll be back in the top of the 5th inning here with the Reading Fightin' Phils Radio Network.
Proven Mascaro & Sons, leader for over 50 years. Trust the familiar Mascaro Blue Elephant to provide dependable, quality service for your home or business. That's JP Mascaro & Sons, one of the top companies in its industry. Trash and recycling services for home, business, and industry. We are hiring and have open positions in Berks County. Check our website for open positions at jpmascaro.com or call 1-888-MASCARO. JP Mascaro & Sons, ready to serve you.
Nursing home neglect is a serious problem. If you or a loved one has suffered from bed sores obtained in a nursing home or a fall down in a nursing home resulting in a fracture, our friends at Swartz Culleton can help. Call the attorneys at Swartz Culleton for a free consultation. Their phone number is 1-800-JUSTICE. That's 1-800-587-8423. Once again, call 1-800-JUSTICE today. Swartz Culleton is a proud sponsor of the Reading Fighting Bills.
During that half inning, and it's all tied up at 1 for broccoli, lettuce, carrot, and cauliflower. Very eventful on-field entertainment here in Reading as we have our veggies race out from the right field gates all the way to the third base dugout. So pretty far race in a vegetable costume, I would say. I've done it myself, and I've only been in the lettuce so far, so I have to try out some of those other costumes sometime. And looks like that will be Taylor Lehman on the mound still for Reading. So far 27 pitches in an inning and a third of relief. And Reading scoring 2 runs back in the bottom of the fourth, 3-1 the score. As in the top of the 5th inning, they're putting the shift on right away to face Jacob Robson, who's 2 for 2, single and a double today, batting .444 right now. Lehman fires right down the middle, 92-mile-an-hour fastball strike. Lehman looking over at his first baseman now. The big kick and swing and a miss there by Robson as Lehman gets ahead 0-2. And now the third baseman Tatum that was playing up closer toward the infield grass will bounce all the way back to the outfield grass edge. And swing and a miss there from Lehman. His 5th strikeout so far to get Robson back to the dugout. Drew Ward up 0 for 2 tonight. Erie is down 3-1 here in the top of the 5th inning. They're up in the series 3-1 over the Fightins, but the Fightins winning the last game yesterday 8-4 now the count. 8-4 the score yesterday. The pitch by Lehman, it's just inside, says home plate umpire Steve Jasinski, and the count is 1-0. Infield backing up quite a lot with the shift on. Guthrie shaded to the right of second base. The pitch to Ward comes in, top of the strike zone. Count moves to 1-1. Just a slight breeze now going at First Energy Stadium. See that flag in center field just moving a little bit in the wind. Action in the Erie SeaWolves bullpen. No one throwing yet, but guys are up and stretching right now. The sign of someone to start getting ready. On the on-deck circle is Josh Lester. As a swing and a miss there comes in. Lehman looking very, very effective in his first debut. top of the 5th inning with 1 away, 2 balls, 2 strikes, and make that 3 strikes as Lehman puts Ward in his place. 2 strikeouts here, 3 in a row for Taylor Lehman, who throws the ball around the horn, and now Josh Lester heading up to bat.
First baseman number 17, Josh Lester.
Fightin' Phils have not changed the shift since they started this half inning. Here's the kick pitch, outside for a ball. Big thank you to Swartz Culleton. If you or a loved one has been injured, get justice. Call Swartz Culleton today at 1-800-JUSTICE as Ward sends one all the way into right field. Just foul, says Velez over at first, but man, did that have some distance to it. If you've been injured in a motor vehicle accident, a victim of nursing home neglect, or if you've been injured at work, you should call the attorneys at Swartz Culleton. That's 1-800-JUSTICE. 1-800-JUSTICE today. They're a proud sponsor of the Reading Fightin' Phils. Thank you to Swartz Culleton, as it's a 1-2 count now as Taylor Lehman looking for his 4th strikeout in a row. 1-2 count, 2 outs here in the top of the 5th inning. Fightin' Phils on top, 3-1. And the pitch from Lehman, chopper up third base. It's going to go through the gap because of the shift, and a single by Lester as he put one in the right spot to beat the shift. Nobody was over anywhere near the vicinity of third base as he hit it with just the top part he made contact with, so he was able to drive it the opposite way. As Gonzalez, who was hit by a pitch back in the 2nd and struck out in the 3rd, is up to bat. Don't forget, Swartz Culleton represents injury victims in both Pennsylvania and New Jersey. So if you've been injured, call 1-800-JUSTICE today. One ball, no strikes to Gonzalez. Chopper off the bat goes foul, and Gonzalez was actually thrown out at home earlier in the game by Vierling out in center field. Some updates on scores in the Phillies organization. Lehigh Valley leads Rochester 6-0. They are also in the 5th inning, and the Phillies are still leading the Braves 3-0. They're in the middle of the 4th. Here's the pitch by Lehman coming in low. Count now 2-1. We'll get you the score for the Jersey Shore Blue Claws. They are now the High A affiliate of the Phillies. They're losing 9-3 in the 7th over Hudson Valley is on top right now. They just put up a 3 spot in the top of the 7th. And the 3-1 count now from Taylor Lehman to Yariel Gonzalez as Lester takes a slight lead off of first base. 2 outs here in the top of the 5th inning. Lehman looking to hold off the SeaWolves as Gonzalez drives one up the middle into deep center field, and he'll be at 3rd, but he'll be held up at 3rd. Great coverage by Lehman heading over behind third base just in case, but Steven able to throw that back in time. So no runs have scored here in the top of the 5th inning, but runners on the corner now with a single off the bat of Gonzalez and Lester. Now for Centeno, who has been on base twice today. And looks like there will be a meeting at the mound as Duran goes out to talk to Lehman, trying to get on the same page here as Erie is threatening now. And now we're back to game action as Centeno stepping in that lefty batter's box. Runners on the corners for Erie, 2 outs. In the top of the fifth, the pitch by Lehman, and he'll drive it into left field. A line drive heading into the corner. Chasing it down is Stokes. Scoring is Lester, and scoring is... No, he's out at the plate! The throw all the way from left field from Stokes. And they hit the cutoff man. Got him in time as Duran makes another great tag at the plate to retire Gonzalez, who was hustling out third and being waved home by manager Arnie Baylor at third. That's the second time that an outfielder has been able to gun down someone at the plate. A run will score there as Lester crosses first. But right after that, gunned down at the plate, Yariel Gonzalez. Another great tag there by Rodolfo Duran to retire the Erie SeaWolves. And that has been some of the best defensive plays we have seen so far this season. We're going to take a short break, but we will be right back.
Nursing home neglect is a serious problem. If you or a loved one has suffered from bed sores obtained in a nursing home or a fall down in a nursing home resulting in a fracture, our friends at Swartz Culleton can help. Call the attorneys at Swartz Culleton for a free consultation. Their phone number is 1-800-JUSTICE. That's 1-800-587-8423. Once again, call 1-800-JUSTICE today. Swartz Culleton is a proud sponsor of the Reading Fightin' Phils. The Reading Fightin' Phils are proud to partner with Humane Pennsylvania throughout the 2021 season. Humane Pennsylvania is the region's premier leader in animal welfare and empowers the people in our communities to increase their capacity to care for animals so that all animals are safe, healthy, and treated humanely. Humane Pennsylvania is proud to be a Fiesta Friday and Bark in the Park sponsor. Learn more about Humane Pennsylvania and how you can help build the best community anywhere to be an animal by visiting humanepa.org.
To enjoy a perfectly
Fantastic play once again by the Reading Fightin' Phils to gun down an Erie SeaWolf at the plate. We're back here for some more baseball in the bottom of the fifth inning. Fightin's looking to tack on some more offense as they gave up 1 run in the top of the fifth inning. Would have gave up more, but a fantastic throw from Madison Stokes to Gamboa, the cutoff man, all the way home to Duran, and Duran with his second fantastic tag at the plate tonight. Gamboa leading things off here for the Fightin' Phils. He's 0 for 2 tonight, and the count now 2-2 from Brad Bass. Inside, Centeno having to slide over to nab that one. Chopper up the middle, and it'll get by Valente at second, and at first will be Gamboa, who's gonna hold up. Thought about it. He got halfway down second, and then he changed his mind. It wasn't hit deep enough. So Gamboa leads us off in the bottom of the fifth with a single up the middle. Valente dove for it, just not able to come up with it. And the pitch going for bunt was Guthrie. It's the second time we've seen him show signs of bunt today. 2 ground outs so far. 3-2 the score here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Fightin' Phil's on top with 4 hits. Erie SeaWolves with 7 hits, but they've had an error, that catcher's interference earlier by Centeno. Inside as Guthrie has to jump out of the way. Gamboa taking a lead on first. No outs here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Setting up is Bass, and it's on the outside corner at the knees. 88-mile-an-hour fastball. Bass going over to first, but Gamboa really only 2 or 3 steps off the bag. Fightin' Phils need to add up some on to their lead, as it's 3-2 here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Big thank you to Highline Merchandising, formerly Textiles. They're your local small business company that provides screen printing, design, and merchandising services for local, national, and international businesses, bands, shows, and festivals. As a walk to Dalton Guthrie is issued, sliding Gamboa over to second. And now the big hitters, Vierling and Stevens, scheduled to bat. Highline Merchandising won 7 Emmy Award-winning shows, Schitt's Creek and Unsolved Mysteries. Visit their website, highlinemerchandising.com. And runner on second, Gamboa. Runner on first, Guthrie. Phils are threatening with no outs here in the bottom of the 5th inning. They lead 3-2. It's Brad Bass put 2 on here early in the bottom of the 5th inning. Vierling batting .375, 1 for 2 on the night. Vierling was one of those guys who was at the taxi squad site before the start of the minor league season, just in case some extra guys were needed at the major league system. And there was a couple times with COVID incidents and with injuries where they did have to call up some people from the taxi squad. Runners in scoring position here in the bottom of the 5th inning, nobody out. Bass going home, down the middle for a strike. Beautiful slider there. Vierling also made a great play in center field earlier with that throw all the way home. Here's the pitch. It fouls up into the stands. And you could hear it hit and roll down all the way from the top of the grandstand to the 3rd row of seats. The kid who brought his glove to the game is the one who picks it up. Fightin' Phils are trying to score here. 2 on, nobody out. For Matt Vierling, here's the pitch. It hits him in the elbow, and he will take first base. That is the 3rd hit bounder we've seen tonight, as Mark Appel hit 2, and now Vierling getting hit from Brad Bass today. He'll be at a visit from the pitching coach, Mark Johnson. Second season with Erie, he is the only returning member of the coaching staff from 2019. And now the bases loaded with no outs. There is some action for the SeaWolves in their bullpen. But Fightin' Phil's got to capitalize on this opportunity. But our Phil's fans are here to cheer them on. They're out in full force tonight. And Josh Stephen, he's the guy you want up tonight. Our Phil's with runners in scoring position. Josh Stephen batting .500. He's had 2 opportunities, 1 for 2. He sends one into third base area, foul, as a fan is unable to make the play. Josh Stephen also 1 for 2 on the day, batting .375. He scored off the bat of Duran back in the 4th. Gamboa on third, Guthrie on second. Vierling was hit by a pitch. He's on third to short. They'll go to first, but not before a run scores. So a deep ball to short off the bat of Stevens scores Gamboa and advances everyone else. They're not able to make the double play because of how deep that was hit. So 6-3 there, but batted in Gamboa, so he'll get an RBI to his name. And McCarthy Tatum is called up now. 2 on, 1 out, as Tatum swings through a slider. Tatum 0 for 2. He's 0 for 4 with runners in scoring position on the season. 0-2 count now with 2 runners on and 1 out. Infield playing really shallow. They're just looking to stop any more runs from crossing. 4-2 the score here at First Energy Stadium. Here's the pitch. Tatum sends one to left field. Going back at the wall is Rosa. He's able to make the catch, but tagging up is Guthrie. And that bounced. That definitely bounced off the wall and into the glove of Rosa, so no catch there. Wow, barely could see that bounce off the wall. The 69 News board out in left field. So Tatum with a double that scores Guthrie. That's going to go in the books. I was right there. That was a sac fly as Vierling stayed put on second. But doesn't matter as Duran sends one deep to center field. At the wall is Green, and he makes the catch. So Tatum with the sacrifice fly out to left scored Guthrie, and Vierling stuck on second as Duran sent a bullet to center field, just not far enough.
Get ready to cheer as loud as possible for your seat color.
So Fightin' Phil's on top, 5-3 after scoring 2 runs on 1 hit here in the bottom of the 5th inning. We're going to take a short break and we'll be back.
The Reading Fightin' Phils are proud to partner with Mal Beer throughout the 2021 season. Mal Beer and Mal Cinco Estrellas Lager, which is available in the Stadium Plaza Bar, has 128 amazing years of brewing history. Founded in 1890 in Spain, Mal Beer has always been there to satisfy the most demanding taste buds. Make sure to pick up Mal Beer and Mal Cinco Estrellas Lager at First Energy Stadium at our Plaza Bar throughout the 2021 season and at your local retailer. Mal Beer is a proud partner of the Reading Fightin' Phils and all 2021 Fiesta Friday celebration games. Mal Beer, the 5-star taste and the quintessential beer from Madrid. Please drink responsibly.
At Savage 61, our goal is to assist you in making a confident decision. Our friendly, professional staff members are available to answer your questions and listen to your needs. Whether you're shopping for a new or pre-owned vehicle, we're ready to help you with your search. Visit our dealership at Pottsville Pike today. Fastball, curveball, slider, it's the pitcher's grips that make the difference. And when it comes to cornering, braking, and traction, CJ's Tires and Automotives can improve your car's grip with a new set of Hankook tires. Hankook tires are known for great handling and reliability mile after mile. Together, Hankook Tires and CJ's are your winning team. So whatever your vehicle needs, an oil change, state inspection, brakes, alignments, or Hankook tires, trust CJ's Tires and Automotives in Fairless Hills. CJ Tires and Automotives. They really are better, faster, and more affordable.
Now batting for the SeaWolves, the left fielder number 25, Dylan Rosa.
We are back here at First Energy Stadium. 5-2 the score. The Fightins tacked on some runs in some unusual ways back in the 5th inning. Top of the 6th we go, and Dylan Rosa leading things off for the Erie SeaWolves. And Fightin' Phils are going to turn back to Lehman, who got himself out of a jam back in the top of the 5th, only letting 1 run score. Let's recap what happened in the bottom of the 5th when we get a second. Very interesting half inning. Here's the 2-0 to Rosa, but a swinging strike. So starting it off, Gamboa singled, and then Guthrie walked, so he slid over to second. Vierling hit by a pitch, so that made the bases loaded. And pitch comes in outside. It's 3-1. And Lehman looking over at first. So Vierling hit by a pitch makes the bases loaded. Then Josh Steven grounds it out, and that allowed Gamboa to score. So that was deep in the hole at short, allowing Gamboa to score. Then a sacrifice fly from McCarthy Tatum let Guthrie score, and then Duran flew out, and that was the end of the 5th as Lehman works his way back into that at-bat from 3-0 to get Rosa down swinging. And if I'm correct, which let me check the stats before I say this out loud, I believe Lehman has 7 strikeouts tonight. 7 strikeouts in 2 2/3 innings. As he now faces Valente, who gets a strike call at the knees. Big kick from Lehman outside. It's a ball. 1 away here in the top of the 6th inning. 5-2 the score. The Fightin' Phils are on top. They've scored in the 3rd, 4th, and 5th inning today. Erie scoring 1 in the 3rd and 1 in the 5th. As Valente goes fishing and comes up with nothing there. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The count from Taylor Lehman. There is someone working in the Fightin' Phil's bullpen right now. Also a couple guys down in the SeaWolves bullpen. As chopper off the bat right to Gamboa, making the throw on the run. A beautiful split from Miller over at first, and the ball goes around the horn. 6-4 out for Valente, and now Riley Green up at the plate. 0 for 2 with a walk tonight. Green stepping into that lefty batter's box to face Taylor Lehman. Lehman looking over at first. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss by Green. 2 outs here, nobody on in the top of the 6th inning. 5-2 the score. Lehman currently at, let's see how many pitches he's got for you here. 55 pitches, so we do see someone working in the bullpen. That's where we've seen people go to. 50 to 60-ish has been the most we've seen on the Fightin' Phil's side so far. Lehman setting up on the first base side of the rubber, kicks, fires, foul ball. Almost into that dugout suite area. Lots of fans still at the ballpark. Those kids have been splashing in the pool over there since like 5 o'clock today. Kids don't feel cold. 1-2 count now to Riley Green. 2 away here in the top of the 6th inning. Lehman to look at a get out of this one. Another foul ball back, this time up the third base side. Fightin' Phil's infield playing on that outfield grass edge as we see the pitch. And another foul ball from Riley Green. He's really working Taylor Lehman now as Fightin's dugout has to bring some more balls to Jasinski behind the plate. They're really rolling through this one. And somebody is juggling baseball in the Fightin' Phil's bullpen. I'm interested who's capable of that. I'll have to find out sometime. Let you guys know who can juggle on the Fightin' Phil's. And another foul ball from Riley Green. One, 2 count from Taylor Lehman. 2 outs, top 6, 5-2 the score. And now he steps into the lefty batter's box, bat on his shoulder. Lehman setting up. Here's the pitch. It's in the dirt. It bounces before the plate. No one on base. But luckily, Duran doesn't have to chase it down. And the count now 2-2 after all those foul balls. 2 away here. Lehman just trying to get out of this inning. And the pitch, swing and a miss. Up there saying he tipped it. Lots of interesting calls in today's game. We've seen a couple hit by pitches, catcher's interference, tagged out at the plate twice. Seen some foul balls, a passed ball. All we need is a balk, and I think that rounds out about the oddity calls. Not from Lehman, of course. Here's the 2-2, 2 outs. Contact made, driving into center field, going over, Veerling on the run, diving, not able to make the catch. It travels all the way to the wall, going around second. Coming to third is Green, and he slides in safely. The first triple of the season we've seen at America's Classic Ballpark for the number 2 prospect, Riley Green. And now Sean Williams coming out to talk to Taylor Lehman. That will probably be the end of his day. 2 away here in the top of the 6th, 5-2 the score. And Lehman unable to finish this inning, but not without delivering a impressive performance. The reliever, Taylor Lehman, is getting claps as he leaves the game tonight. Lots of fans are happy with his performance. We're going to take a short break while we get a pitching change from the Alvernia University Golden Wolves bullpen.
Right here at America's Classic Ballpark. Thanks to Brooks. Hot so ready and Aspen home improvements. Now pitching out of the Alvernia University Golden Wolves bullpen, pitcher number 33, Zach Warren.
All right, Fighton's trying to get out of the top of the 6th inning. No damage done as of yet, but there is a runner on 3rd after a triple from Riley Green, the first we've seen out of these two teams this season. The day is done for Taylor Lehman. I can't give you the final line yet because he's responsible for that runner on 3rd, but I can promise it is a good one, a professional, impressive relief inning for Taylor Lehman, and that brings up Zach Warren for the Reading Fightin' Phils as he gets a pop-up off of Kreidler, coming over. Miller running out of room. It bounces in the stands, but that is a strike. We did see Zach Warren earlier in the season. We're now at the point where relief pitchers are coming to their 2nd outing. We'll see the starters only once per series, relievers probably twice, maybe 3 times, depending on how long they come out. But in his first outing, he went 2 innings, 4 hits, 2 runs, and 3 strikeouts. Coming in for 1 out here as there's 2 away in the top of the 6th, 5-2 the score. Green taking a big lead off of 3rd. And the count 2-1 to Kreidler. Bullpen watching in on this half inning, supporting their reliever. And now Warren setting up. Here's the pitch from the lefty, high for a ball. Warren, 24 years old, from Vineland, New Jersey. Left-handed reliever, 14th round draft pick back in 2017. Another foul ball. Lots of cuts today by the Erie SeaWolves. They're really working into the pitch counts from the Fightin' Phils, Appel 56, Lehman 64. Quite a number to get through 5 2/3. And now the 3-2 fouls it again into the stands. That one hitting one of the seats. And I can't see from here, but I'm sure a fan caught it. And some more baseballs now from the Fightin' Phils dugout. I can't even imagine how many dozen they go through the entire season, let alone one game. And now the full count pitch is a ball, so Zach Warren issues a walk to Kreidler. Runners on the corners now with 2 away for Jacob Robson. Still an open base as Duran comes out to give the signs to his teammates. Fightin' Phils with that big shift. This is one of the largest gaps between second and third I have seen, and they always do this to Robson. Pitch comes in low on the inside corner. Warren trying to get out of this jam. Runner on third. That was from Lehman, and he walked Kreidler to put him on first. Comes in low again. Big thank you to CJ's Tire and Automotive. They're celebrating 50 years of being better, faster, and more affordable than the competition. They've got everything you need except the gas. 5-2 the score here in Reading. Top 6, 2 outs. Here's the pitch. Outside 3-0. Now, Zach Warren does have an open base. Second is open. So he could do a walk here without any damage. But then that'll be it. And that'll bring up the number 4 hitter, Ward. As Warren trying to get the mud off his shoes, can't seem to get that push from the mound that he's looking for. Quick pitch here in the dirt, and it's a ball. So looks like we will see bases loaded now with 2 outs as Zach Warren tries to get himself out of a jam after walking 2 consecutively. We are going to see a mound visit from Brad Bergeson, the Fightin's pitching coach. And while we take this mound visit, I'd like to thank Wild Missing Family Restaurant and Bakery. They are pleased to offer 2 options for your dining pleasure, a menu with delicious choices, buffet meals for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. So you could choose with a menu, a la carte, or you could go to the buffet. And they are proud of their baked goods that they've added a bakery to their name. The baked goods are made from scratch challah bread, danishes, and a variety of scrumptious cupcakes. We bet dollar to donuts that no restaurant in the area offers their variety of cakes, fruit pies, cream pies, cheesecakes, and homemade donuts. While Missing Family Restaurant and Bakery and owner Hamid Chaudhry are proud 2021 partners of the Reading Fightin' Phils. And let me tell you this, I have had a donut on my broadcasting countertop this entire game. I'm waiting for the 7th inning stretch for that donut pick-me-up, and I'm looking at it the entire time, and I just can't wait to try this. It's like a cinnamon sugar, it looks like, and I've been told by my coworkers that they're delicious. I'm waiting for the 7th inning stretch to try that one, so I'll let you know on the air how it is. But I got my coworker over here telling me the challah bread is delicious as it fouls off. Drew Ward makes the count 1-1 with 2 away here in the top of the 6th inning. Bases loaded, full of Erie SeaWolves. Zach Warren trying to get out of this jam after walking 2 straight. Here's the pitch in the dirt. And the count now 2-1. Fans are booing here at the stadium. But no damage has been done, as I remind you here. No runs have crossed in the top of the 6th. It's 5-2. Yes, the bases are loaded, but there is 2 outs, so the Fightin' Phils just looking to get out of its jam here. 2-1 count now, and fouls it off again on the roof. I can hear it rolling back, going the other way. So count now 2-2. Foul ball presented by Pennsylvania Insurance Fraud Authority. Bases loaded. 2 outs, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Zach Warren on the mound against Drew Ward. The kick, the pitch, swing and a miss, and Zach Warren is elated. He gets the strikeout from Drew Ward, and no damage is done as the Erie SeaWolves fail to score with the bases loaded. Absolutely unbelievable presence there by Zach Warren to stay together and get the out. We're going to take a short break as we head into the Fightin' Phils offense half inning.
Better pitching, faster base runners, and more runs batted in usually beats the competition. At CJ's Tire and Automotive, better selection, faster service, and more affordable options always beats the competition. When it comes to tires, CJ's MVP choice is a new set of Falken tires. Falken tires are known for handling, reliability, and value. And for more than 50 years, CJ's has been helping customers find the right tires at the right price. Together, Falken Tires and CJ's are a winning team. Stop in any time at your local CJ's or shop online at cjtires.com. CJ Tires and Automotive. Better, faster, and more reliable.
We've been privileged at ROG Orthodontics to be part of the local community for over 60 years, creating generations of fantastic smiles.
We're honored to be voted the #1 orthodontist year after year, and proud to be the top Invisalign provider in the region.
We passionately believe we're changing lives every day right here in the community where we live.
We offer interest-free, flexible payment plans
and provide monthly scholarship programs for free braces.
Be sure to check out our magnet contest to win free braces.
We love seeing our patients' successes, knowing we had a part in changing lives.
One fantastic smile at a time.
Savage 61 is a proud sponsor of Fiesta Fridays. Enjoy an Our Phils game, great food, music, and entertainment. The team will play as Los Luchadores de Reading Latino Tribute uniforms. Visit Timmy Profit and Savage 61 Pennsylvania's most awarded dealership for all your automotive needs.
Zach Warren to stay together after he gives up 2 walks to load the bases, and then not a Erie SeaWolf crosses the plate, a missed opportunity for them, and a great outcome for the Fightin' Phils as it's their time up for some offense here. Madison Stokes leading us off, fouls one back. Stokes was on a walk, scored on a wild pitch, and then was on again by catcher's interference. Probably the most interesting set of steps today. Pitch comes in low for a ball. Max Green is on the mound now for Erie SeaWolves. Number 36. Get to the line on Brad Bass. As Stokes chops one to deep short, fumbling a little bit is Kreidler, and he throws it way over the head of Lester. I mean, way over the head. And safe is Stokes. So way to run that out Madison Stokes, and I'm telling you, his at-bats just keep getting more interesting and interesting, and I'm impressed at how much he's making it work. Colby Fitch heading up now. The final line on Bass, 1.1 innings pitched. That's 1 1/3, 2 hits, 2 runs. Both of them earned, 2 walks, and no strikeouts. Bass 34 pitches tonight. And Colby Fitch at the plate takes a first pitch strike. Leading at first is Madison Stokes. Fitch holds his bat pretty high, basically got the base of it at his helmet as Green instead chooses to go over to first, where Stokes really not taking much of a lead at all. We saw Green earlier on opening night. He pitched 2 innings, recorded 1 strikeout, and did not give up a run, but 2 hits. Spent 2019 with the Advanced A affiliate. All games as a reliever, didn't start any of them. 60 1/3 inning pitch, 40 strikeouts. And the count 0-2 to Colby Fitch, who was called out on strikes in the 3rd. Green looking over at Stokes, and he'll pick his knee up, and I guess they called time at the plate, so he'll reset. And breeze starting to flow a little bit again at First Energy Stadium. And instead, Green going back to first yet again. Stokes really not taking much of a lead off of first, but as a lefty, Green has a good view of him, and that can be a little bit distracting for pitchers. And foul ball by Colby Fitch into the glove of Centeno, and that records the first out here in the 6th. And why are they booing Luke Miller? I am confused. Oh, maybe they're saying Luke. That makes more sense to me. All right, I like it. I could get behind it. And Stokes still on first after that throwing error by Kreidler. And wow, Miller is just pushed to the ground on a ball inside. Got down to the ground in time. And home plate umpire Jasinski going to clear off the base of dirt, give Miller a little bit of time to get himself together. That was kind of him, just kind of utilizing that as a tool to give Miller a little bit of extra time to breathe as he was shaken a little bit, being thrown to the ground there from Green. Green swing and a miss there by Miller. Stokes taking a couple steps, looking like he was thinking about going. One away here in the bottom of the 6th inning, 5-2 the score. Reading Fightin' Phils on top, going for their 2nd win of the season in the dirt. Miller has yet to be on today. He has a 4-game hit streak, so he has hit in all 4 of the games this season safely. So looking to extend that to 5 today. Green looking at Stokes at first. Instead, he'll go home. Big whiff there by Miller, and the count evens to 2-2. Miller got a lot of power in his bat. We've seen 2 solo home runs from Miller, the most on the team so far this year. Miller setting up in that right-handed batter's box. And instead, Green once again going over to first base. Miller getting ready in the batter's box. Here's the pitch. It's in the dirt. And a ball. And people are ready for Luke Miller to send one out. There's some more action here in Reading. And the pitch makes contact. It's going to drop in front of Rosa as Miller reaching successfully in 5 straight games, extending that hitting streak. Big effort by Miller. And that will slide over Madison Stokes here. And with 1 out, we are back to the top of the lineup here in Baseball Town. Our Phil's threatening once again. And Green got himself in a little bit of a jam here as Gamboa heading up to the plate. He's got 1 RBI in the season, runners in scoring position here. The pitch coming inside. Gamboa's 0 for 2 with runners in scoring position. As the crowd is starting to go nuts here in Reading, they cannot wait. Thanks so much for joining us, our Phil's fans. We are ready to rock and roll. Get on your feet. If you're here, if you're home, I don't know what you could do. Get excited on your couch. Have a snack. Pop some popcorn. You're in for a game here. Here's the pitch by Green. It's a strike at the knees. And the count now 1-1 to Gamboa. Stokes on second. He reached after an error by the shortstop Kreidler, and Miller on first after a single. 1 away, 5-2 the score here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Archimedes Gamboa at the plate. It comes in at the knees. Wow, 74-mile-an-hour changeup. Impressive work there from Max Green. Green slowing down quite a lot here. And they'll go home to first, and sliding back is Miller in time as the pitch came in low for a ball, and then catcher Centeno threw it down to first. Miller sliding back in time. And Arnie Baylor coming out once again to argue, this time with Velez about the call. From my angle, he was safe up here. And now he will come back to the dugout, just got the explanation he was looking for there. Runner on first and second. The count to Gamboa, 2-2. Gamboa being very patient this season. 7 walks, leads the league. There is an open base here for Erie, but then only 1 away in this half inning. Wind starting to pick up a little bit, going from left to right here. Gamboa calling time. And fans want him to work a little bit quicker here. I got to agree myself, going slow as he gets Gamboa to go down swinging. And now 2 away for Guthrie, who walked earlier, still looking for his first hit of the night. Checking in on league scores. End of the game at Jersey Shore, they dropped to Hudson Valley 9-3, but they are 3-1 on the season so far. Philadelphia Phillies lead 3-1 in the bottom of the 6th. Sam Coonrod replacing Vince Velasquez. The pitch to Guthrie, it's low. Couple other big things going on. Couple no-hitters so far in baseball this season. There was one developing for the Mets, but it is broken up by Arizona tonight. And now fans are getting pumped. Guthrie on the plate. Miller at first, Stokes at second. Big moment here. The Fightin' Phils could really break this game open by adding some runs. And now the count is 2-1. That ball was outside. In Lehigh Valley, the score is Iron Pigs 6 and Rochester trailing 2. Big game for the Iron Pigs as a swinging strike from Guthrie. Sanchez started that game, and Ethan Ivanko, who went up from here earlier this morning, pitched as well. Gave up no runs. And 2-2 count to Dalton Guthrie, who's 0 for 2 tonight, but he did have a walk. 2 runners on, 2 outs here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Here's the pitch by Green, a swing and a miss by Guthrie, and Green gets out of a situation with 2 swinging strikeouts after a hit and an error. Strands 2 on the base pass for the Fightin' Phils. Entering the 7th, it's 5-2 our Phils. Stick around for a moment. Right, here we go into the top of the 7th inning. Our Phils lead 5-2. They didn't capitalize on the last inning, but they are still in the lead as we head into the 7th inning. And leading things off for the Erie SeaWolves as they head up to bat is going to be Josh Lester. Zach Warren getting that big out in the top of the 6th inning, a strikeout from Drew Ward, and he was absolutely so enthusiastic as he struck out Ward with the bases loaded. Pretty impressive after walking 2. Lester in that lefty batter's box. He's been on base twice tonight. As he sends one right up the middle. Vierling was off to the left, but able to intercept the ball, and it's only a single. Nice running there by Vierling to cut it off before it got all the way to the wall.
The third baseman, number 41, Gabriel Gonzalez.
And that will bring up Gonzalez, who's had an interesting time today, too. He was thrown out at home earlier, back in the first from center field. He was also part of a double play. Actually, that was twice that Gonzalez was thrown out at home. So that was him both times in the third and the fifth. In the second and the fifth. Wow. Some difficult base running there for Gonzalez, as he's been able to get twice at the plate by Durant. Lester had the night off last night. He struck out 4 times back in the game on Thursday. 3 swinging strikes once, caught looking as the dropped ball by Duran is thrown down to Guthrie at second, but in safely is Lester at second. Duran has been very impressive behind the plate. He's a number 19 prospect in the organization and been absolutely impressive behind the plate, blocking a lot of balls, throwing down to second, getting people caught stealing. And I'm interested to know if he chose number 19 because he is the 19th prospect in the Phillies organization. Not sure about that. I'll have to check in with him at some point.
The catcher, number 7, Juan Centeno.
And now Juan Centeno is up to bat. They are going to call that a wild pitch that sent Josh Lester over to second. But great defensive block there by Duran once again. He made no errors in 64 games back in 2019. So Gonzalez walking to first now as that wild pitch kind of meaningless for Lester. Centeno showing bunt signs, but he pulls back. He's been on base 3 times, 2 for 2, and a walk. And infield got that shift on Gamboa, this time a little bit to the left of second base, kind of keeping Lester on the bag. And Duran popping up quickly there as the count 2-0. Zach Warren has been a Phillies fan his entire life, being from Vineland, New Jersey. That part of South Jersey is Philadelphia fans, as a strike comes into Centeno. The count now 2-1. So Zach was a big fan of Jimmy Rollins and Ryan Howard, who both passed through here in Reading. Big prospects here, and they played really great here in Reading. He went to the University of Tennessee and then was drafted into the Phillies minor league season. As another foul ball comes into the stands and a fan catches it, we hear the cheers, and the count moves to 2 strikes. And he was called in 2020. He was playing in big league camp at spring training. So he did get that experience to work with some of the big leaguers. He was one of the younger guys coming to camp, a non-roster invitee. And he got the chance before it was, closed after COVID. He did get the chance to get some outs, get some strikes, talk to some guys down there. And I think this will be a big season for him here in AA. He was projected to make that jump in the 2020 season, so he made the jump in the off season without visiting that lower levels. And they've said that AA is one of that step where you kind of go from more of like a younger player into, the big leaguer, really, that get that experience, and where you can make that transition from minor leaguer to, someone that has a chance. This is kind of the make or break level that some have said, so to speak. But he said he's not trying to think too much in advance. He's trying to focus on the here and now and what he needs to work on to be the best player that he can be. Here's the full count pitch, fouled into the netting, and this has been a lot of foul balls from Erie. I mean, they keep them coming. They're really working these fighting pitchers into deep counts. Get a pitch count here now for Zach Green. Green now 22 pitches. He sends one in the dirt. Durant fires to third with Tatum there. He makes the tag. Is it out? He's safe, but that was a fantastic tag from Tatum at third on the jump as both runners advance. But as does Centeno, who went down to first. So bases loaded here for the Reading Fightin' Phils. No outs, and now we see manager Sean Williams coming out to take the ball from Zach Warren. And we're going to have a short pitching change while we try to figure out who's coming in here for the Fightin' Phils, as Warren walks back to the dugout and receives some claps from his teammates. We'll make a call to the Alvernia University Golden Wolves bullpen.
The Auto Ride of Reading Power Alley Pub features a 2.5-hour all-you-can-eat buffet, private bar with a bartender, 2 rows of seats, bar stool seating, and 4 cafe tables. The pub provides your party a private area to enjoy the ballgame away from other fans. Auto Ride of Reading Power Alley Pub may accommodate up to 30 people. Enjoy socializing with your group and watch the game from a unique vantage point. Visit rphils.com for more information.
When the Red and Fightin' Phils get hungry, we turn to our team feed partners. Special thanks to Wyomissing's Family Restaurant Bakery, PJ Willahan's Pub and Restaurant, Collegeville Italian Bakery Pizzeria Napolitana, Jimmy G's Railroad House, Mimo's Italian Restaurant and Pizzeria, and Klingers on Carsonia for making sure the Fightin' Phils front office is never hungry on game day. Our staff enjoys delicious meals from our team feed partners, but don't take our word for it. Find out for yourself today. Gear up for the Fightin' Phils season. Visit the Brentwood Industries Fightin' Phils team store at First Energy Stadium, or check out our online store 24 hours a day, 7 days a week at rphils.com/shop. We have a wide variety of Fightin' Phils hats, t-shirts, kids apparel, and more. Looking for something new? Check out our latest selection of Los Luchadores de Reading and Reading hot dog gear, plus throwback black R-Trains R-Phils attire. Root for your Fightins in style. Stop by the Brentwood Industries Fightins team store or rphils.com/shop.
And we're back here at First Energy Stadium. We're trying to get through this half inning. We've got a pitching change here in the top of the 7th. Tyler Carr coming in to replace Zach Warren here with the bases loaded and nobody out here at First Energy Stadium. Now, Fightin' Phils are leading 5-2, but this is a very big moment either for the Erie SeaWolves to capitalize or for the Fightin' Phils to shut them down. Carr was really successful in his first outing for the Reading Fightin' Phils. He still got that 0.00 ERA to his name. And now that Evanko's shifted up, he's the only one with that right now. He went 2 innings, 2 hits, no runs, and 1 strikeout, as he's now got the count 1-1 to Dylan Rosa. Here's the kick, the pitch to Rosa in the dirt, and it's a ball. Green on third, Kreidler on second, Robson on first. Excuse me, sorry, reading last half inning. Lester on third, Gonzalez on second, and Centeno on first. So lots of times with the bases loaded here in the game on both ends, as a swinging strike, 92 mile an hour off of Tyler Carr, and moves the count to 2-2. And he will get Rosa to go down swinging. A big chase from Rosa. 4 Ks tonight as he's just unable to get anything done for his team. And now Valente heading up to the plate. 1 away now, but bases still jammed. 5-2 here. Carr gets another strike. He was a 31st round draft pick in 2018. He's 25 years old. His birthday was on May 1st, actually, so right before they got here. And now one will come in the dirt for a ball. He's from Florida, where he was a pretty fantastic high school player in Lake Placid, Florida, as another swinging strike. They're chasing these one low in the zone. He kind of pitches from a 3/4 arm slot low down. He's got really long wingspan, so he kind of whips his arm stroke after that long through the slot and able to kind of drive the ball down and get that cutting action on his fastball to, more of the first base side of the plate now we're seeing with Valente. And he really gets his body behind that windup as he kicks kind of all the way back and then rotates his hips down as he gets 2 strikeouts in a row. The crowd going wild here. And suddenly this is a whole different inning with Tyler Carr in here. He's got 2 strikeouts. He went from bases loaded, no outs. Now we've got 2 outs. And let's go Fightin' Phils here as they look to get out of this half an inning and preserve their 5-2 lead. And with the lefty, gets by Duran. Duran able to make the stop. Slides in the dirt. Good coverage there by Carr as he ran to home plate quickly. And so that's a ball to Green now. And with Green in the lefty batter's box, you'll see the good sweep here with the breaking ball that he'll try to get low in the zone and make you really chase. It's got a high spin rate, so it kind of fools the batter as it's spinning really fast and it's going down in the zone. And that's the pitch that he has been using to get these past 2 batters to chase. So we'll look for that one. This one comes down a little bit too far in the zone, and it's a little bit different with the lefty batter here. Now he's 2-0. Both of these pitches have been in the dirt, and not a lot of room for error now with the bases loaded. Duran's doing his best to block the plate, but if anything gets past him, a run is going to score. 5-2 here in the top of the 7th inning, and we're just trying to get the 7th inning stretch to come quickly now. 1 strike, foul ball back into the net behind the plate. And 2 out here, top of the 7th, bases loaded for Tyler Carr. Here's the 2-1. It's inside corner for a strike by Jasinski behind the plate. Call in favor of Tyler Carr, and he is 1 strike away to get out of this inning without any damage. Impressive outing here at the ballpark. Here's the pitch. Oh, he doesn't get the call from Jasinski. Just too far outside. The crowd is booing wildly here at the ballpark. They want to see it so bad. And now, could it get any more exciting? 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, bases loaded in the top of the 7th for Tyler Carr, the standout reliever for the Reading Fightin' Phils. And now he sets up, glove out the chest, kick, fire, pop up. It's coming in, catcher. It's going to be third baseman, Tatum, and he makes the grab, and suddenly bases loaded. Carr comes in. He gets the 1, 2, 3, job done. Nothing across for Erie. 7th inning stretch as we head in for some more offense from the Fightin' Phils. That was incredible.
Right field grandstands as our Phils out to the ball game. Take it away, Phil. Yeah, with the crowd. The root for the. Strikes her out in the whole ball game. That was our Phil's intern, Bill Bell, with tonight's Mitsubishi Chemical Advanced Materials 7th inning.
Heck of an inning for reliever Tyler Carr to come in with the bases jammed, nobody out. He gets 2 swinging strikeouts and a pop-up in the infield to third baseman Tatum to retire the side. And Fightin' Phils lead 5-2 after the 7th inning stretch here at America's Classic Ballpark on a beautiful Saturday night in Baseball Town. The Artfields are in the lead, and they're headed up to bat. What more can you ask for as a baseball fan? And leading things off is Matt Vierling. Vierling goes for bunt. The ball goes wild, and he doesn't go for the tap. Fans are getting excited here. And again comes out way high. Green went 1 inning, last inning coming in for relief, just gave up 1 hit and 3 strikeouts. Vierling on base twice, base hit and hit by pitch, as now he'll go for the swing, but again up in the zone. 3-0 count to Vierling. And that one will graze the top of the zone for a strike. We would like to thank the official team physicians of the Reading Fightin' Phils, our good friends at Commonwealth Orthopedics Associates and Doctors, John Martin and Paul Marr, for taking great care of our players as Vierling drives one deep to center field. Going back is Green and Robson, and it is over the wall. A bullet off the bat of Matt Vierling sends one deep to center field. That man knows what he's doing. 6-3, Reading fighting Phils here. And a home run for Matt Vierling, his first of the season. A bullet back where it came from and over the wall. And Josh Stephen now at the plate. Here's the first pitch, high in the zone for a strike. And someone in the crowd is shouting that Josh Stevens is his favorite as he takes a strike. And that will retire Steven on 3 pitches. And now Tatum heading up to bat. Nice sacrifice fly for Tatum in the 5th. And umpire signaling he needs more baseballs. One away here in the bottom of the 7th inning. A home run from Matt Vierling tacked on another one. And here's the 0-1 to McCarthy. Tatum, it's at the knees for a strike. And Green seems to switch some things around here. Lots of fans still in the stadium as the strike 3 call from Jasinski sends Tatum back to the dugout, but he knew it as soon as it came through. A 3-pitch at bat to Tatum is 2 outs now, and Duran heading into the box. Max Green looking to send the Fightins back to the dugout to give Erie another opportunity to bat in the top of the 8th inning. And the pitch comes in outside for a ball. If you want to catch more Fightins baseball this week, you can come out to the ballpark tomorrow for our Mother's Day day game beginning at 2:15. And that will be a fun game for fans with our Mother's Day giveaway sitting out here at First Energy Stadium as one comes off the bat from Duran, but right back to the pitcher, Green, and it goes on to first for a quick out here for the Fightin' Phils, but not before a solo shot, the first from Matt Vierling of the season, tacks on another one, 6-2 as we head into the 8th.
Hey, James, we're down here in the right field grandstand. That's right, it's time for the Tom Sturgis Pretzels Hilo game. We're here with our first contestant. He's representing all the guys here in the ballpark tonight. Your name and where you're from, please. All right, Ryan from New Jersey. And Nick, where are you tonight with our female contestant?
What's up, Holmes? I'm here in Blue Box A with our contestants. What's your name and where are you from? All right, Holmes, back to you.
All right, Ryan, check it out. Question, you'll give your answer, and then they'll say whether they think the correct answer is higher or lower. Whoever gets it right wins 4 tickets to come back to an Our Phils game, and you're going to win this awesome tin of pretzels thanks to Tom Sturgis, all right? We asked the Our Phils players, do you throw right-handed or left-handed? What percentage of the team do you think said they throw with their left hand? How many are left-handed? What percentage? He says 35% are lefties.
It's higher or lower than 35%? I said higher. I'll send it to the video board.
Hi, I'm Matt Green. How many of us throw left-handed? 26%.
Oh, wasn't higher. It was lower. You're the big winner tonight, Ryan. The guys keep it rolling. I think that's at least 2 in a row. You win the tin of pretzels and the tickets. That's the Tom Sturgis Pretzels. high-low game. Don't worry, ladies, you'll win someday. Okay?
Now batting for the SeaWolves, the shortstop number 10, Ryan Kreidler.
We are back with some baseball here in the top of the 8th inning. And leading things off now for the Erie SeaWolves going to be Ryan Kreidler in his 5th plate appearance today. Beautiful, beautiful home run by Matt Vierling back in the bottom of the 7th inning, his first of the season. A couple guys have 1. Luke Miller has 2. Scores in Lehigh Valley 7, Rochester 2. And Jersey Shore dropped theirs 9-3 versus Hudson Valley. And Kreidler fouls one off behind home plate. Carr still out on the mound after shutting down the SeaWolves in the last half inning. 2 strikeouts and a pop out with the bases loaded. And Carr will send another one down. That's his 3rd strikeout of the evening here. In an inning and a 3rd. Lehman has the most strikeouts in an appearance so far this season. 7 today in 3 innings. He only gave up 1 run in his piggyback appearance off of Mark Appel this morning. And that brings up Jacob Robson. He is 2 for 3, double, single, strikeout, and a walk to his name, batting .421 in the early part of the season. Game 5 today, Game 6 of the set. Tomorrow, players have off on Monday, and then they travel to Bowie for a 6-game set, then to the Akron Rubber Ducks for a 6-game set, and then back to Reading, thankfully, where they will play 6 games from Tuesday, May 25th through Sunday, May 30th here at First Energy Stadium. You can get your tickets for those shows, 4 fireworks shows, and 2 bobblehead giveaway nights. And looks like he will walk Jacob Robson on 4 pitches here. So 1 on, first one on for Tyler Carr. No one up in the bullpen for Reading. Someone is out there warming up for Erie. And Drew Ward 0 for 4 tonight, 2 Ks to his name in the cleanup spot for Erie. Here's the pitch, popped up left field, coming over Stokes, and it is a home run. 2-run home run there for Erie. And Drew Ward, who hasn't done much of anything today, and then sends a bullet over the left field wall. And you'd think his team would be a little more excited, to be honest. They didn't really move at all in the dugout. You'd think they'd be a little bit excited to start putting up some runs now. The score is 6-4, but not really much energy down there in the Erie dugout. And now that will bring up Josh Lester. Fouls one back behind home plate. Tyler Carr just looking to get out of this one. 6-4 here. And now that home run from Vierling becomes ever more important. Give that insurance run to the Fightin' Phils. And in the dirt, Duran blocks it. And the count now 1-2. Infield shift, as always, to Lester. And once again, just thanking our team, doctors, and Commonwealth Orthopedic Associates for the great care that the Fightin' Phils receive. Visit Commonwealth Orthopedic Associates website today at coaortho.com. It's a 2-2 count now as Tyler Carr looking to get Lester out. Here's the pitch, swing and a miss, some high heat, 92-mile-an-hour fastball up high in the zone, and Lester goes down. 4 Ks for Tyler Carr in his outing tonight. And now 2 away here as Carr tries to make Gonzalez head back to the dugout and give the Fightin' Phils one more opportunity to get some more insurance runs on the board. Playing under the lights here at First Energy Stadium. You can have this experience at the ballpark too. Come out to a game. We've got some really great general admission tickets, some beautiful view seats behind the plate, and our group areas for you and your family. Any size group, we can make it work here. And bring your kid out to the pool or a birthday party, playing in Fun Zone. Come to our pregame happy hours, concerts, if that's more your style. If you're here for the social hour or if you're here for the baseball game, we have got you covered here at First Energy Stadium. We've got a spot for you. To Carr, to Gonzalez. It's up high. It's a ball. And after a rainy start to this game, it's still a little chilly at the ballpark, but it has turned into be a beautiful night here at First Energy Stadium. Baseball under the lights as another swinging strikeout from Tyler Carr retires Erie. He got them all on strikeouts, and that is his 5th of the night, but not before a 2-run shot off the bat of Ward scores another 2, and we are headed into the bottom of the 8th here. 6-4 the score in Reading.
Professional Center at 1829 New Holland Road, your trusted source for cosmetic and family dentistry in Reading. Bluestone is the real thing. Speaking of the real thing, the Baseball Town Tooth Fairy is searching for the best smiles in the ballpark tonight. Let's see those pearly whites. It's time for the Tooth Fairy Smile Day. Ladies and gentlemen, that's the Baseball Town Tooth Fairy Smile King, brought to you by Bluestone Dental. Your family, your family. Visit us at BluestoneDental.com. And remember, kids, it's okay to have a sweet tooth, as long as it's always just a flow. Entering the game from the Alberta University Golden Wolves bullpen, SeaWolves pitcher number 26, Gerson Moreno.
And we've got a call to the Alvernia University Golden Wolves bullpen as Gerson Moreno coming out to replace Max Green. We'll get you his line now. It's going to be 2 innings pitched, 2 hits, 1 run. It's earned, and 5 strikeouts, 36 pitches for Moreno. Pretty established for the reliever. And we have seen Moreno earlier in this series. We are starting to see some of those guys come up 2 and 3 times. 25 years old out of the DR. He pitched 1 inning in his first appearance, 2 strikeouts, no hits, no runs against Reading. And we're going to start with Madison Stokes in the dish for Reading. Stokes walked, on by a catcher's interference, on by an error. And that is the definition of getting on base any way you can. I mean, he's done it all tonight, and he's making it work. Count now 2-0 to Stokes. Infield on that outfield grass edge, and a broken bat from Stokes. Is it going to drop? No, it's caught by the shortstop, Kreidler, and that bat went in all the way to third base. Gonzalez picking it up, handing it to the umpire, and Sean Williams fetching that. They're going to take it back to the dugout, a souvenir for the fans. And Fitch in now with 1 away in the top of the 8th, 6-4 the score. Erie SeaWolves 10 hits to Reading's 6, but Erie's had 2 errors and a couple other flubs that have allowed Reading to score and capitalize when they need to. And another foul ball into the netting behind home plate. And Fitch walked once, 0 for 2 tonight, and that pitch is low for a ball, so 2-1 count to Fitch. Bottom of the 8th inning, 6-4 the score, 1 away here as the Titans try to take 2 in a row in the opening homestand. Pitch outside in the zone. Fitch looking to work a walk here. Put on some more runs for the Titans as it is 10:07 here at America's Classic Ballpark. We are past the 3-hour mark, fans. And we got a lot of baseball left to give to you tonight and tomorrow night as Fitch takes a walk down to first, his 2nd of the game. We've seen a lot of patient hitters so far tonight. And that is going to bring up Luke Miller, who extended his hitting streak in his last at-bat. 5 hits so far tonight, or on this series, I mean. 1 tonight, otherwise he's 0 for the other 2 at-bats, 1 ground out and 1 pop out. The pitch to Miller inside almost grazes his thigh. A ball called by Jasinski. And big gap between first and second here for Stokes. That one comes in on the outside corner, a changeup from the new pitcher for Erie, Moreno. Moreno has had experience for Erie back in 2018. He pitched in 14 games. Going is Fitch. He's going to make it to second as he was on the run. The ball was deep in the hole at short. And over on third base, Kreidler able to make the play as the ball bounced deep behind all the way to third. And Fitch, who was on the run, is able to make it safely to second. But Miller retired on a beautiful throw by Kreidler. And that will bring us back to the top of the order with Gamboa. 1 for 4 today, his 5th at bat. And now Fitch in scoring position on second. Kick fires in the dirt. Good block by Centeno. Big thanks to EPA WA Weather Consulting, our source for public and private forecasts in Pennsylvania, New Jersey, Delaware, and northern and eastern Maryland, for helping us get through this series and monitor our rain forecasts appropriately, so we have been able to get this baseball to you. Here's the 1-0. Gamboa sends it down into the 67 club over at third. And evening the count at 1-1, 2 away here in the bottom of the 8th inning, 6-4 the score. Fightins on top with Colby Fitch at second base. And outside. Fans still here supporting the team at America's Classic Ballpark. One of the loudest groups I have seen so far, despite the weather, and they're a little bit closer to me as usual as they're all sitting underneath this roof area. As the ball comes in over the feet of Gamboa, 3-1. And Gamboa settling in, leaning down is Moreno now. He sets up on the third base side of the rubber, hands at his chest, fires, foul ball from Gamboa. 3-2 the count. 7 walks for Gamboa on the season. He leads the league. Here's the pitch, and it's right down the middle to get Gamboa looking, and that will retire the Reading Fightin' Phils, although they leave one on base in the bottom of the 8th inning. 6-4 the score as Erie's last opportunity coming up in just a few minutes. We're going to take our final break of the game and then get ready for the 9th.
At Savage 61, our goal is to assist you in making a confident decision. Our friendly, professional staff members are available to answer all of your questions and listen to all of your needs. Whether you're shopping for a new or pre-owned vehicle, we're ready to help you with your search. Visit our dealership on Pottsville Pike today. The R. Phils and Savage 61 are excited to bring you Fightin's Baseball live from the comfort of your own home. If you are listening to this now, you're probably watching on YouTube, Facebook, or Twitch. Thanks for tuning in, and feel free to check us out on rphils.com/pressbox for all the elite baseball information on the Fightin' Phils. The world-famous Fightin' Phils mascot band celebrates its 21st season in 2021, with pregame concerts starting Saturdays in May thanks to Truist. You heard right, actual mascots playing in a rock and roll band. See Quack the Rubber Duck on lead vocals and guitar, Screwball on drums, Bucky on bass, Change Up on bongos, and Blooper on lead guitar. A real band jamming on the T-Mobile stage before Saturday games this season. Don't miss the one-of-a-kind Fightin' Phils mascot band. Pre-game on Saturdays thanks to Truist.
pitching out of the Alberta University Golden Wolves bullpen. Titans pitcher number 41, Joel Cesar.
And we're back here for the final opportunity for the Erie SeaWolves here in Game 5. Titans lead 6-4 in the top of the 9th. And we got a pitching change from the Alvernia University Golden Wolves bullpen. Out comes Tyler Carr, in comes Joel Cesar to face Juan Centeno. First pitch from Cesar, a strike. The final line from Tyler Carr, 2 innings, 1 hit, 2 runs, both earned, 1 walk, 5 strikeouts on 34 pitches. Strikeout heavy Tyler Carr. Pretty impressive line for the reliever. Centeno on base every time this game. 2 walks, 2 singles. And Joel Cesar coming in to get the job done for the Reading Fightin' Phils as he gets a swinging strike from Centeno. Cesar from the Dominican Republic, he's been traded to the Philadelphia Phillies from Pittsburgh just last year, so his first experience in the organization, but he's got a lot of experience in minor league baseball system with the Pittsburgh Pirates. 5'11", out there on the mound. And now the count 2-2 to Centeno. Infield playing back deep. And the pitch from Cesar gets the top of the bat as Centeno does sort of a check swing and fouls it up the third baseline. Fans are getting ready here at the top of the 9th. Ball goes through the legs of Duran, but no foul there. No one on base. Full count here in the top of the 9th, trying to go 1, 2, 3 here from Cesar. And we'll see what he could do against Juan Centeno. Our Phils won their first game last night, 8-4, looking for that second one tonight. And the pitch by Cesar, swing and a miss! Fightin' Phils are racking up these strikeouts tonight. Pretty impressive so far. 18 strikeouts from the Reading Fightin' Phils as a team tonight. And impressive work by the relief pitchers to come together, and starter Mark Appel got 4 of his own. So that will bring us to the number 8 hitter, Dylan Rosa, who's had 4 Ks of his own, contributing to that team total. And Joel Cesar heads back onto the mound. And I'm actually told that's a pinch hitter for Rosa. I can see his jersey number now. It's going to be Kerry Carpenter coming in. And Carpenter had a pretty good day yesterday, and the 2 games he's played so far in this series. As he makes contact, sends one into deep left field, going back, Vierling at the wall, and Vierling makes the catch at the White Star wall pad there in left center field to rob Carpenter of a home run. And I was going to say that he's batting .364 with 2 doubles and 3 RBIs, but now he's sent back to the dugout, 2 away here in the top of the 9th inning for the number 9 hitter, Valente. And 6-4 the score here in Reading. They're looking to wrap this up right now. Cesar has had some experience in both AA and in the former Eastern League. When he played in the Pittsburgh system, he played for Altoona, and there he pitched in 28 games, really focused on as a reliever, 38 and a third innings with 34 strikeouts. So send one into right center field. A diving Josh Stephen records the final out of the afternoon, evening, and good night to the Erie SeaWolves as the Fightin' take game number 5 and their second win of the 2021 season, 6-2. Fans are thrilled at the outcome of this game. And don't forget, tomorrow we'll start the pregame show 1:45-ish for the 2:15 start. That's when you don't want to miss it as the Fightin' Phils go for the split series against the Erie SeaWolves here at America's Classic Ballpark. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm Emily Messina. Fightin' Phils 6, Erie SeaWolves 4.